All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if this sounds all right, please hit that number 1. Again, if you can hear me and the mic sounds of quality. Hoover, Batch, Kevin, AMS, hello, Matthew, Brad. All right, so the mic does sound solid, Johnny, Jocko, perfect. Well, really quickly, first off, before we hop in officially, for those of you that are watching this in the archive, thank you very much. If you want to have something to continue watching the archive, though, this is totally viewer supported. No sponsorships, nothing like that. So right now, the way to ensure that it continues is just help support it, and you can help support by using code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms, which also saves you money anyways. So whatever the current deal is at any of these prop firms, code CLAY, all caps, will give you that discount. And like I said, it's a multiple win for you. You're saving money. You're also helping to support a stream that you enjoy. So like I said, I appreciate all of you that have used code CLAY, and if you're considering it, I also really appreciate that. So thank you for your consideration. It means a lot and has very practical effects. All right. Well, officially, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, May 5th. The year is 2026. And we are off to, I don't know. I don't know what to think of today. I don't know if it's been that crazy. But hopefully it'll be better than yesterday. If you were here yesterday, yeah, yesterday was rough. But I felt pretty good in the sense of a lot of people were saying it was rough. And believe it or not, I didn't post it on Facebook, or on YouTube like I've done in the past. But I actually brought myself back to green by, I can't remember, not a lot. But was it good trading that brought me back to green? Maybe. I don't know. But I was, yesterday was very annoying, very rough. But it happened. So hopefully you're all off to a good start to your day. I missed a clean entry this morning due to my own confusion. It happens. Raspberry, good morning. My dram swing trade is going hard. About to take profit. Nice job. Congrats on the swing trade. So here we are with a bit of a pullback right now. This movement right here, I was kind of going back and forth on, did I want to take it short? And if I don't know what would have happened, but I could have seen myself getting short. And I don't know, maybe I would like to think I would have given myself enough wiggle room, but I don't know. Would that move have knocked me out to then dump? That would have been a very, very irritating trade. So, but again, to be fair, I might have survived that, and now I'd be nicely in the green. But I don't know. I could have seen that one have gone either way. Pass your 150K account. Good job. Back to the promised land. Fantastic. Evil. Good job. Yeah. Let me know how you're doing. Can't believe SanDisk is about to hit. Is that why? I don't know. I have not been tracking SanDisk. Is that like one of the short squeezes out there right now? Because I've not been paying attention to, what is that, SNDK? Oh, yeah. Some sort of short squeeze. It's got to be, I would say, at this point. Yeah, well, I do not own any SanDisk. Another red day for you. Well, AMS, I'm glad you're back at it. Glad you're back at it. 600 short to pass my first eval. All right, Johnny. Hey, good morning, Maggie. How much does SanDisk make up of the NASDAQ? How much does SNDK make up of? Let's see. According to this, again, this is just quick AI overview. As a result of May 20, accounts for approximately 0.5% of the NASDAQ. So no. Assuming that is true, SanDisk is not pulling up the NASDAQ. It's 0.5%. Hey, good morning, Krager. Lectures. Well, that's good discipline, AMS. Better have that stop loss. Oh, you talking to on SanDisk when the dump shows up. So we'll... Hey, good morning, Barrow. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Well, I don't know where you're at, but yesterday, left. We were going to go over to check out the progress over at our build, and got out to the main drag, and boom, just like that, it had been, what, 397 gas here in Iowa. Boom, just like that. What is it, 429 now? And that's here in Iowa, 429 per gallon in Iowa. So I don't even want to know what it's like in California or Florida or Chicago or any of those other places. I mean, it is just... That is certainly weighing on the... Like, that is a tax hike for us all to see right there. So, I mean, that's got to start to hit people. Minnesota was like 390 last I was home. Yeah. I don't know what Minnesota cost of living is like towards compared to Iowa, but I don't know. Hey, Connor, good morning. Bitcoin strong support resistance level tell, please. Pyramid rural areas, gotcha. All right, well, we got a little bit of attempted push upwards here. Oil with a pretty savage move here, though. Was looking strong. Remember at one point, because of this upper shadow, this was a big, solid green candle. And that green, solid red candle has now converted into this. So that's pretty rut. Please, sir, explain. I'm not sure what you want me to explain. Yeah. Let's see, what's gold up to? Gold not doing a whole lot. Oops. So... Hey, good morning, JJ. Oh, wait. Oh, this is gold. This is gold. I was like, wait, when did NASDAQ just take a... Okay, there we go. Nareesh, we are day trading futures here, my friend. No, I mean, I've only lived in Iowa for about 20 months now. So no, I'm not any of those things. All right, we're kind of just putzing around here. We'll see. Oh. So that interesting green candle to the upside has now essentially been wiped away now. So that, never mind on that. I'm interested over on the 5-minute. We have the 21 EMA, which, let me bring that over real quick. So here's the 5-minute. You can see right here, had some good support right there, bounced right off it. So it's getting close to it, maybe. Hey, Cat Maine. Oh yeah, today is Cinco de Mayo, huh? Nareesh, here, I will give you the best advice possible right now. You better not have any money in the market. You have a way more learning to do. Your desperation for somebody to tell you something about Bitcoin tells me you have no idea how to think for yourself. And unfortunately, you got to be able to think for yourself in this world of trading or whatever. But I'm not trying to be a jerk. I am trying to be not beat around the bush. You are a very desperate person right now. Anybody at your level of desperation to get information about something means you have no idea what to think about it, which is okay. We all start off not knowing what to think about something. That's called being new. So don't even worry about it, brother. Go study how to read charts. And then you can revisit all this Bitcoin stuff. Oh, it is Taco Tuesday, huh? I am getting more and more interested in maybe trying to buy a breakout of this yellow line, see if it wants to curl back upwards. But oil, kind of got an interesting, maybe like a short right there, 101.85-ish. If it breaks through here, does that kind of maybe send it down for a potential double bottom? I don't know. All right, I might try a long here. The 5 minutes looking pretty solid here. We got this hammer. Now we have this lower shadow forming. This candle's about done in essentially 30 seconds. So do we get the push up through there? Okay, I'm long. See if we can get this thing to curl upwards now. Come on. Took one out. Took another one out. Took another one out. Okay, let's just let these last two work for me here. All right, so stop is in green. I suppose I'll put one up here. Just in case it all of a sudden pops all the way up there, I would take another target out way up there. But at this point, I'm just going to follow it up with these two contracts I have remaining. And if it wants to come all the way up here, I would take some more off, or another contract right there. Do I think it gets all the way up there? Not really, but hey, anything is possible. Like I said, as it gets closer and closer, I will also continue to move my stop loss up higher and higher. I want to see if it can push up through this area right here at 115. Caught the long two, you're out now. Uh-oh. And about to be stopped out. All right, stopped out there. So there we go. Not a terrible first trade there. Man, the chat, I'm telling you right now, this stream is going to last about 5 minutes longer. If this is how slow the chat's going to be, there's no way I make it 4 hours. I come here to hang out and shoot the breeze. This chat is about as boring as I've seen it in a while. So, please, talk to me. Talk to me. I'm like standing at the water cooler right now, and there's nobody else here. Or it's like maybe there are other people here, and they're just like staring at me, but they're not saying anything. I mean, I know people are also trading. I get it, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm not. Nowhere am I claiming my request is reasonable. I'm not saying I'm making a reasonable claim. In fact, it could be very unreasonable because, yeah, maybe you are trying to work. Maybe you are trying to trade. I don't care. I never said that I'm making a reasonable claim. Did you hear about good old Abdul? Hopefully he's back today. Sometimes, Albert. Sometimes. But no, if it is slow, feel free to talk. Like the chat, it's a fine balance. Like people are like, when I tell people like, yeah, usually I live stream right around 4 hours, they're like, how do you do 4 hours? And I'm like, well, it's kind of hard to explain, but like, And I try to tell people, but it's cool. Like, there's people from around the world there. There's a chat box, which, keeps. But I do understand it's a balancing act because, yes, I'm being unreasonable to expect you to just talk to me. Obviously, if like, well, Clay, dude, I'm trying to work my job so my kids can eat. I don't care about your kids. Talk to me. Obviously, some people would probably take that like, man, this guy's a jerk. Some people I don't think would understand that I'm just kidding. But no, today's a fast day. We have no vacation plans this year. Well, we'll go back to Michigan, but yeah, we want to mainly stick around as the house continues to get built. Because it's one of those things where, as it goes, given it's a custom home, it's just like, hey, okay, are you sure you want this wall here before we get it there? Because, I mean, we can move stuff around. So it's kind of one of those things where it's good to be here. And the build will be going, through the summer. So yeah, we're going to try to stick around for the vast majority. The Open seems to be not as crazy as the last couple weeks, finally not getting wrecked. Yeah, I mean, it's been jolty, but the jolts have not been like 80 points. So like even these candles right here, don't get me wrong, that's a nice sized green candle, but this candle was basically 60 up to, so this was like a 40-point candle. Again, 40 points is a lot, don't get me wrong. But there was that period where this same size candle would have been worth like double that. Like that would have been an 80-point candle. How can you foresee S&P? I'm not looking at the S&P at all today, Brian. I'm day trading futures here. What's the S? I don't know. We don't know. We keep telling ourselves a year, but at the rate it's going right now, I don't know. Maybe hopefully 7-8 months. I'd like to be in there by Christmas. I don't know if that's realistic or not, though. I got cooked on the joltiness. I think Friday morning. Oh, yeah, joltiness is probably not the best word because today we did have the Jolts report. So I was like, wait, you got cooked on the Jolts report, but there wasn't that. I was saying, Pinko, I actually closed yesterday green on that account. I came back slightly green. I'm not making any claims that it was good trading, but I actually did get back to green. Because Random Hero, believe it or not, Southern Iowa is amazing. I don't tell anybody, Random Hero. But I would make the argument Southern Iowa is one of America's best kept secrets. When people hear Iowa, I think they think of Northwest Iowa, where it's like flat as a board and literally just cornfields as far as the eye can see. That is not Southern Iowa though. And I fell in that stereotype too, right? Like I hear Iowa and I think flat corn, that's it. But no, Southern Iowa is awesome. What's in Southern Iowa that I can't get in Florida? What's in Southern Iowa that I can't get in Florida? Well, I don't know. We don't have hurricanes in Southern Iowa. We don't have, it can get pretty humid. We don't have poisonous snakes everywhere we look. We don't have traffic up the wazoo. Some people are very geographic ignorant, myself included. Like, Random Hero is geographically ignorant. And I don't mean that mean because I was also geographically ignorant. But like I said, I wanted to say that way. So I'm going to go back to my normal thing of just saying, don't move to Iowa. Iowa's terrible. It's hideous here. Thank you very much. Move anywhere but Iowa. Yes. Go move to Florida with Random Hero. I'm sure Floridians are like, no, yeah, please, more people. We want more traffic. So go there. Florida's amazing. Yeah, I hear Idaho's beautiful. All right, might try another long here. Can't drive anywhere now in Florida. No, stop, Brad. There's no traffic in Florida. What are you talking about? Move to Florida, everybody. No traffic in Florida. All right, I am long. And I like this hammer here. I like how this thing's acting at least like it wants to be strong. So I am long right now. See if this thing wants to make another push upwards. Come on. Go, 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 go. Hit me. There we go. First target hit. Can I get another target hit? Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, this will be a green trade now as I have my stop in green territory. Oh, come on. Hit that next target. Don't be stupid like that. Thank you. Okay. So I have my stop there now. Put out a couple more targets. Come on. Go. 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 Push. Push. Push, brother. Get up there, brother. Brother. Just push a little bit more. Look. Dude, it told. Thank you. That was the delay there. That was okay. So trade of 8, a little slow. Because that price was definitely up above. And my line was still there as if it hadn't been hit. Come on, give me that next target. That would be quite the nice thing. So right now my risk is I make 8 points. Reward unknown because I don't know how high this will go. So I like when my risk is I make 8 points. So that's what we call the sweet spot of trading here. So we'll just sit back and see if this thing wants to keep coming up. We do have the pivot point on the 5-minute. That could be a problem. Short 137. Well, with Cat Main, with all due respect, I hope that short gets run over. I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from on that, but yeah. I don't know if it'll get up there, but if it does, I hope you get filled. Because if you're going to get filled at 137, that means both of these targets gets hit. So I'm not going to complain if you get filled from the short side. In fact, I'll cheer for your short right now. Fill him. Fill him. Fill him at 137. Come on, Cat Main's a nice guy. Let him get short at 137. Get up there, Price. Get up there, Price. Get up there. Help Cat Main out. Guy seems like, or I don't know, maybe he's a furry. I don't know. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Okay. So I'll get my stop up here now. So now my risk is I make basically 16 points. Risk, make 16 points. Reward, unknown. Because again, I don't know how high up this will want to go. So I like these situations where my risk is literally making 16 points. Put my next couple of targets up there. Are you really going to give me that? Wow. Was not, I mean, yeah, I thought it could curl up, but I mean, all the way up here. Was not really planning on that, but I'm not going to complain. Okay, I'm about to get stopped out. That was about as close as you can get to getting stopped out. No way. Are you serious? No, stop. I don't believe you. You're not going to get my hopes up like that. Are you seriously going to get that close, stop me out, and then come give me this target? No, I don't think so. You're just trying to get my hopes up. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Marky. Stop. I'm not planning on it. I'm not gonna let Marky do that to me. I'm gonna stay pessimistic. No, I'm gonna get stopped out. Life isn't fair. Okay, stopped out. All right, nice trade though. I'll take it. Yeah, it's nice when just a basic hammer, after a pullback here gives a little bit of upwards movement. That I like when the market behaves, at least in my mind, rational. Yesterday, I took a couple of those hammer setups, and I'm the one that ended up getting hammered. So I won't complain. I won't complain. All right. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, we're not even 30 minutes into the stream. Okay. All right. Has there been any drama today with what's going on in the world of Jerry Springer? Any missiles fired or what? What's going on right now? Trump brings back the Presidential Fitness Test Award to schools. Wait, that thing disappeared? How did that thing ever disappear in the first place? That thing was a classic. It doesn't seem like. Hey, Sky Mountain. Red, green, 750, red, blunt. Well, I mean, AMS, is it possible that you just have no idea how to trade? Is that possible? Is it possible that you've watched a couple YouTube videos, you've maybe read a book, you've maybe hung out on some live streams, and you think you know how to trade? So I'm not quite sure that's life being unfair to you. Is that maybe you being unfair to yourself? I don't know. You know exactly why this. I actually don't. Why? I can't even think about a reason. Why would they get rid of that test? It made like kids feel bad or something? Yeah, and I'm not playing stupid. I know sometimes I do play stupid, but I'm not here. I did not even know they took away the presidential fitness test. Joe Biden took it away? Oh, that's why, because it made kids feel bad. What do you mean it made kids feel bad? I mean, who doesn't like trying to crank out? What was it? Flexibility, the mile run, pull-ups, sit-ups, like the shuttle run or something? I guess you could just say I'm lucky because I'm green and I don't know how to. Oh, yeah. Well, then, yeah, that is complete luck then. And that is also why trading's hard, because you cannot know how to trade and be green. The distinction becomes, will that remain that way? Will you be able to consistently do that? And the answer there is no. Probably most recent exhibit of that, probably silver, I would say. Silver for a while was like just straight up. So like you had a bunch of people that had no idea what they were actually doing, and they were making all kinds of money on silver. But in all actuality, it was just luck. But those people have now had reality show back up, because silver is no longer just like buy the dip and it goes back up. Before silver, I don't know. What was it before silver? Maybe, I want to say AMC and GME, but I'm sure there was something between AMC and GME and silver where like people got skill confused with luck. The line face. They claimed it humiliated the less able and negatively impacted their mental health. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, you don't mean disabled. Well, yeah, exactly, Raspberry. That again, that is one of the things that makes trading so hard. It's kind of not. It's kind of counterintuitive. Wait, but Clay, you're conceding that you can make money not knowing what you're doing. You're conceding that you can just get lucky and make money. That's true if you stop trading. But like that would be the not logical thing to do, right? So the person that does not know what they're doing but then makes money, they are being logical by continuing to trade. Because, well, the point of trading is to make money. I just made money. Therefore, I must know what I'm doing. Therefore, I'm going to keep going. But that's why trading's hard, right? Because when you're operating logically, it's actually not, it doesn't make sense. Because, yes, you will not continue to get lucky. You will not continue to make money without, risk management. But, yeah, that is, yes, the voices make it hard. Yes, all that sort of, many things make it hard. But that's also one of those things is trading, the market has a very sneaky way to make you think you know what you're doing, but you actually don't. Well, we are, okay, I'm going to move that. We are back up to this area of resistance, which is once again held twice. Here and here, not shocking when you look back here and say, oh, well, it's rejected over here several times already. So maybe a short now. Or is this thing getting ready to actually push up through? I might just try it, and I can just throw my stop right up here, and if it pops up and takes me out, then so be it. Okay, I'm short. So either this history repeats itself and it rejects, or if it pops up here, well, then I will be stopped out. So let's see if history will repeat itself once again. Not looking so good for me. Not looking so good. Well, we'll see if the resistance area can ultimately smack it back down. Okay. Come on. Come on. At least give me that first target. That'd be nice. Come on. Come on. Go. Hit that first target. There we go. Still could be a losing trade. It just won't be as big of a losing trade. Well, actually, let's make sure this is a green trade now. Why not? There we go. All right, stop is in slight green territory. So this will be a winner. Now just trying to figure out how big of a winner. So as of right now, my risk is small winner. Reward, maybe a really big winner. But I like that risk reward. Again, my risk, small winner. Reward, really big winner. Because I don't know how far down this could want to drop. So I like these risk rewards. In fact, let's just come down here for this next target. Why not? If I know it's going to be a green one, then... But yeah, this is what I call the sweet spot of trading, where my risk, again, my risk is small green trade. Reward, big green trade. Red has been eliminated. My risk is no longer a red trade. It's either small green or potentially a really big one. Because I don't know the future. I have no idea if this thing is about to collapse to the downside. And I am so close to getting stopped. Come on. Obviously, I'd like medium green or big green over small green, but hey, when I'm just debating green and no longer have to worry about red, that's Very good, very good. Okay, I'm going to start to move down my stop now as it comes more in my favor. So now I'm making 8 points, worst case. Come on. No. I'm probably a little tight. Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. So there we go. This area up here made me sit through a little bit of uh-oh, but ultimately it just double topped right off that white line. That was a high previously. That's why I was hiding behind it, and it protected me, and then came back down. Yeah, if you are enjoying it in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that like button. It helps. It makes a big difference. It may not seem like it's doing much because it's just hitting a little button, but yeah, hitting the like button does make a big difference. So if you can hit that like button, that is much appreciated. Now, I don't want to jinx myself, but goodness, this stream could not have started off any different than yesterday's stream. I probably should not have said that, but... all lost from yesterday's stream. Yeah, actually, I recovered all those losses yesterday. After stream, I was still... Like I said, I got them back. I'm not going to say it was totally degenerate tilted trading, but am I also going to say it was like textbook good trading? I'm not going to say that either. But I actually did get those losses back yesterday. It's not a clay fade day. Clay fade day. At least not yet. That's always subject to change. But as of now, I guess in all actuality, do I do another short? I mean, if this is the top of some sort of range now, I guess it's kind of guilty until proven innocent. All right, Hoover, have a good one. Stay dry. No. Stop loss hit. I was down a little over 700 in P account yesterday. I called back to 55. Hey, good job, Wayne. Way to control that risk. And you sounds like you're back in business. I mean, I should probably do another short here, but the lack of actually getting knocked back down is kind of scaring me because right now it is slightly continuing to put in higher and higher lows. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean this area is going to fail, but I don't know. I'd like to have seen these rejections at least push the price down a little bit deeper. But these higher lows are suggesting to me that maybe this area up here is kind of losing some of its strength. Therefore, do I really feel comfortable up there? No. Yeah, volume isn't the strongest too. I was thinking about that, MJ. I'll try to figure out if I can let people know ahead of time. Hey, John. Yeah, the longs, I mean, they keep getting smacked back. Well, kind of smacked back down. This was what I'd consider more of a smack down. This is more so just kind of a little bit of a love tap, and the price comes down a little bit. But yeah, I just, like I said, for the reasons discussed about those higher lows, I don't quite feel as comfortable right now getting short. Maybe I should though. If you are getting short, I don't blame you. I'm not saying you're an idiot. I can see why you do that because it's been rejected from this area about 4,000 times now. I watch a couple of other traders. They do not use volume. Yeah, Wayne, there's a lot of people that, I mean, there's a lot of ways to go about it. Do you have to use volume? I mean, I suppose no. I think volume is a helpful indicator, though. It's the traders that don't use price action, and I'm like, wait a second. Wait a second. What do you mean you're not watching what the price is doing? That's a joke, by the way. All traders use price action. That was a joke, by the way. Was found away from passing. What do you mean? What do you mean? Then she gone? Like account cooked? That's true. Some traders probably just use their loins. That's maybe that's what I should tell people now. The next person that shows up and asks me what strategy I use, I should just say the loin strategy, the tenderloin. Oh man, what happened? Dang, what happened, John? Did you get stuck in a spike or did you just break some rules? Hey, unknown Poppy. You're a discretionary trader. Okay. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Are you saying that there's some traders that don't use price action? I'm not sure, Leon. What I'm trying to fit that in. That seems like a very random comment, but maybe it's not. I'm just trying to think how that comment fits into the current discussion or any of the several discussions we kind of always have going on at once. Just flip a coin, no price action needed. Well, you got to know where to buy at. That's a price, right? You got to know where to enter. So even the coin flipper is using price action. Broke rules. I should have stopped it when it hit a range, and then so tilt gotcha. I mean, they didn't use charts at all in the pit days. Again, but what were those people yelling out? What were those people listening to? Prices, right? I mean, they were literally using price action. You take trades based off of price action and experience, not just a setup. Yeah. Again, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure what that has to do with the price action thing. Again, it was just a joke. Literally, everybody uses price action. Everybody. Now, maybe you're thinking, well, I don't use charts. Well, I mean, price action extends beyond charts. Even fundamental investors use price action, right? Man, this is exactly. I would have had another scalp there short, but just if I use the 21 EMA as kind of a lower trend line, we just have this wedge here. That's just too scary to be shorting right now, but maybe I should. Price action is king. Exactly, yeah. Price action is the king indicator. That's why it was a joke. That like. Anyways. $2,000 eval and TPD, you can finish. Yeah. I mean, now anything above it doesn't do you any good. So, I mean, ideally, if the price target, the profit target is 3,000, if you can nail it right at 3,000, that would be ideal. But like, if you're at like, let's say $3,010 and you're like, well, no, I want a little bit more. That doesn't make any sense. Get out of that trade. You have now passed the test. Exactly. Everything revolves around price action. I did not know Trump was speaking in the first place. For better or worse, I'm looking to play a break above the current highs. Yeah, for better or worse for me, I've missed out on like another 2 shorts because of this yellow line that I just I guess I should hop back in. Maybe this will be the time where I'm gonna look stupid because now it'll break out. All right, I'm putting a short right there. Stop right there. So risking 6 points. With slippage, let's call it 7.5. So I'm risking 7.5 points. Well, I think price action has always revolved around the news. Of course, the news type changes, but I mean. So again, I'm looking to get short at the red line. Stop is the green, risking about 7.5 points. No. Dang, that yellow line is no joke. This is Tradeovate is the name of the platform. Now, for one's clarification, I am with the prop firm. The prop firm I'm using is Take Profit Trader. That's the link you see at the top of the screen there. And through that prop firm, the program, in your words, that I'm using is Tradeovate. But do not just go straight to Tradeovate, because that means you're funding an account with your own money. Prop firms make a lot more sense. So, like I said, I'm using Tradeovate, and then I'm using Take Profit Trader as my prop firm. Through Take Profit Trader, I'm using Tradeovate. Hey, good morning, Elusive. I don't know. This hammer candle's got me a little weirded out now. I'm not going to short after that hammer candle just formed. You're welcome, Chris. If anything, should I be going long now? The hammers have treated me nicely. But this is tricky because the hammer is still occurring right up next to this big old stubborn area of resistance. Needs to break 115 for short. I don't know about that. I mean, I took a short. I could see people shorting the yellow line and just putting the stop right there. Nice small little risk there. What would your trade plan be? So does that mean your entry would be 115, enemy? If yes, your entry point is at 115, then where's your stop at and where's your target at? Or if I'm misunderstanding, provide a little clarity. So then where's your stop and where's your target? Entry is 115, fair. Where's your stop and target? Dang, that yellow line again, even after the hammer smacked it right back down. That yellow line has got some gumption behind it. Okay, see, enemy, that's not a trade plan. You can't say around. What do you mean around? Define around. Is around 1 point, 3 points, 4 points? No, I do not use this. A lot of people like it, though, so I have it on there for their sake. Isn't that weird? Look, enemy. You press people, and now he's deflecting and talking about my beard. Dude, can you give us a trade plan or can't you? It's not that hard. Thank you. Thank you, brother. I don't know what 075 means. Like, isn't that weird? I'm asking the guy for a trade plan, and he thinks I'm being funny. Like, how bad is the state of online just whatever. When like somebody just simply asking for actual numbers, like oh, this is kind of funny. This guy wants me to give numbers. Like what this is weird. This is weird. I guess that is just social media and the online world in a nutshell. Like, just run around and say stuff like, wait, this guy's gonna actually nail me down with some accountability. Well, that's that's kind of weird. Last time I told myself stop out around somewhere, I had to use code. Yeah. So you still haven't given us a stop. Where's your stop at, enemy? You're fine, Skeletor. Peace. Look at this. Look at this. Where? 20. That doesn't make sense. You said your entry was 115. So why would your stop be below 115? Yeah, you entered at 115. Where's your stop at? You never gave us that number. You gave, I understand 085 down here. That's your target. Fair enough. Where's your stop at? You never gave us that number. $121. Okay, thank you. You now have all of our respect because you actually stepped into the arena and were courageous enough to give us a trade plan. So even if you're wrong and get stopped out, doesn't matter. Respect. I respect somebody that's willing to give some numbers. And you're stopped out. Good try. Good try. Okay, nothing but respect. You gave us a trade plan, all three numbers. It happens. Nobody can be right all the time. So shout out, respect to you. What is your yellow line? Look at the yellow line, Maggie. If you don't understand why that yellow line is there, that's a huge red flag. Like, it should be pretty obvious why the yellow flag. Somebody just said. Did somebody say, I don't know why. I don't know why I said flag. Good job honoring the stop, enemy, or else you would be getting absolutely cooked right now. So good job. I think I just have to try a short again, just because why not? Let's see it come up maybe a little bit above the yellow line. If it drops back down, I'll try a short. This yellow line has rejected the price. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Like, literally almost 20 times now. This is wild. Okay, looking for a short at the red line. See if it wants to once again get rejected by this yellow line. Or is it finally going to break out? Is she finally going to go? Oh. Oh. Or do we got a triple top here? This white line represents the high of the day. It's been rejected twice. Third time right here. Is this going to be some kind of triple top? That red line turns blue, I'm in. I'm in. Come on. Come on, triple top. Come on. Come on. Oh, beautiful candle there. Can't deliver for me, though. Do I add more if it comes back down? Whoa! What was that garbage? What the? Huh? Trying to see if it maybe all of a sudden wants to spike in my favor, but... Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go. Now let's have some fun to the downside. Or not. Come on, get below that blue line. Go. Go. Dude, how can you not just push down now? This is kind of crazy. Come on. Dude, the market knows where my blue line is. I'm telling you. It shows me out of the millions of traders and is like, we're going to pick on Clay. Look at this. It's like my blue line has got like, hasn't showered or something and stinks. Go! Go! Dude. This is wild. I might have to just hop out for a small little loss here. I don't know if it wants to let go or not. I guess I'll give it one more try here. Look at this thing. Let it go. All right, I'm out. This is stupid. Stupid. Holy smokes, that is stupid. We can always get back in. Is risky with no confirmation. What are you talking about? The 1 minute EMA is right there. Yes. I know, everybody. Shame on me for not having the Australian VWAP right there. I know that probably was bouncing off the Australian VWAP. Well, Clay, had you just drawn the Polish Fibonacci's, you would have seen that was at the 17.389% Poland Fibonacci level. You idiot. You idiot. Goodness, Clay, you're a terrible trader. How do you not know to use the Amazon rainforest pivot point? Everybody uses the Amazon rainforest pivot point. Except you, apparently. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with how I played it, even if this does dump. Like I said, this is weird. I mean, there is a lot of volume right here, but like, man, it is just stuck. My Pro DD, $40 left. Any suggestion how to trade it? Well, I mean, I think you're going to have to do micros because you essentially have zero wiggle room if you try a mini. It's a nice looking wedge. I don't know if it's a nice looking. It's a nice looking annoyance right now. That right there was bootleg though, man. That thing shot up and. I'm very bad in trading ranges. Well, then maybe sounds like that's your sign to just not trade. It was jiggling around the fair value box. You mean the resistance level? It's been jiggling around this yellow line that I've had forever, the resistance level. I know. Calling something the resistance level doesn't carry with it a lot of spice. I get it. Clay, I can't use the term support and resistance. Those terms have been around for decades. I need to call it something a little bit more spicy. I'm going to call it the fair value box. Huh? Yeah, well, I'm going to call it the Zimbabwe ostrich. That's what I'm calling it. It's bouncing around the Zimbabwe ostrich right now. Yeah, it bounces around the fair value toilet right now. We can't call that a resistance. That doesn't make me sound smart enough. I can't. How am I supposed to build a cult if I call something a resistance level? Need to hit 167 level to pass 160. Ooh. All right, Labradabber. On a day like today, that's kind of far off, but we'll see if it can get up there. No, you're fine, Skeletor. I understand. It was just I think it was a misunderstanding on your part. I think you thought that we were both short. It's been a horrible day week. Yeah, no, yesterday was... yeah, if you were not on yesterday's live stream, it was not good. Yeah, so far so good, Beast. Things are behaving pretty rationally as far as I'm concerned right now. Do it. Do what? No, you're fine, Skeletor. You're fine. I've taken many trades, Beast Boy. That's why you gotta be here on time, brother. Be here on time, brother. I don't know. What was that? The trade I just made there was that number 4 of the stream? Okay. Okay, it's trying to... So I'm glad I hopped out where I did there. I just never let loose to the downside. I really thought this was going to pump into the 150. Well, maybe the pump's coming. Although this volume situation a little lacking. I don't know. I woke up a little late, was trading London. Please don't tell me you're in America and not working a third shift job. What do you mean you were trading London? Oh, that makes sense, Labrador. Yeah, you won't quite be able to do that until you hit the buffer, but on the pro account. But let's first get this test account passed. One bridge at a time. Okay, so Leon, that's fine. You're using this information, but like, how do you plan on make money from that? So fair enough. 150 has lots of orders sitting there. It needs a big break, or it needs a big order to break. So are you gonna like take a trade based off that, or are you just stating kind of that there's a lot of orders at 150? I'm done trading today. Just stating it. Roger that. Best trade is no trade sometimes. I would say most of the time. Most of the time, yeah, I'd say best trade is no trade. I was up 150 today. Oh, down, then up 100, now down. Oh, yeah. I've had the yo-yo days. You trade long enough, you're gonna find yourself with the yo-yo P&L too. It happens. It happens. I think there's no more trades for the time being. I think it's sellers getting control though. All right. Sounds like Beast Boy's going to be sitting on its hands a little while. How do you get out of that cycle? The yo-yo cycle? Well, I don't know. The yo-yo cycle might just let you know that the market's not really jiving with your strategy. Like, I wouldn't say the market is absolutely hating your strategy for the day, because when the market absolutely hates your strategy for the day, there's basically no green trades. Which is why some people are like, you know what, if I have 3 red trades in a row, or if I just hit 3 red trades, I'm just done. I'm not saying, but yeah, a yo-yo day, again, clearly the market likes your strategy enough to give you some green trades, but it's not totally, jiving. Over 335 people watching and only... Well, to be fair, I've not even really asked for likes. But yes, if you are enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you want to hit that like button, it does help. It does make a difference. But again, to be fair, Fishman, I would not call them lazy because I haven't... If anybody's been lazy, it's been me by forgetting, or I guess just being lazy about reminding people to hit the like button. Clay, can you please give a breakdown of how we could use that spike to 150 to our advantage? I mean, you could have been long. I guess I'm not quite. Well, this is kind of, I don't know. I just say that because it's easy to look back and like, well, you could have bought right there and done that. You could have shorted up here. Well, yeah, that's all easier for me to say in hindsight. I know you're not asking. I'm asking everybody to hit the like button because... Thank you, Fishman. I appreciate it. But I mean, you literally did just call the the viewers lazy. Which is not true because I... But also, maybe people aren't hitting the like button because they don't like me, right? So you can, just because there's XYZ amount, you can't just be like, why aren't there that many likes? Because some people show up and my beauty just turns them off. They're jealous. Yes, but as far as taking advantage of the spike, I mean, if you're long, that spike really helped you out. If you got short up here, but yeah, I might not be understanding your question. A minute ago, you said something about a lot of traders' orders at 150. No. That was somebody else. That was Leon. You want to be talking to Leon. Leon, hey, yo, Leon, Matt Bollock, 76 has a question for you. Yeah, no, I was just reading something that Leon was saying, Matt Bollock. Yo, Leon. Matt Bollock's got a question for you, Leon. Ranger, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. There's Leon right there, Matt Bollock, 76. You got to ask him. No wonder why I was so confused. All right, maybe. I mean, this is where it was just as stubborn as a donkey last time. Do I try a long there? Maybe. All right, maybe, just maybe a long here. Well, it's got to get down to that level first off. So we'll see if it can work its way. Okay, maybe. I'm having PTSD to yesterday, though. I mean, I try to buy some of these pullbacks. Kind of, oh, man, is this the backside of a move here? I hope not. I mean, if it is, that's what stop losses are for, but... Wait, Trump, I didn't even know Trump was talking. Has Trump been talking this whole time? I was not aware. Earlier today. Okay, see. Somebody says earlier today he was talking. Somebody says he's talking right now. Okay, now I don't know. Is he talking right now or he is right now? Yeah. Okay, so what's he talking about? And where are you watching this speech? Dang, I blew my pro account. Ah, sorry to hear that, Chad. Well, either pull one out of the stable or fire up another horse and get that thing trained. He was saying the same thing for the past 80 days. The racehorse method is just to have a lot of to have multiple accounts passed, so that you're not tempted to overpay to reset your pro account, because that is super pricey. But if you already have tests or past test accounts waiting for you, then you can just go fire one of those up. So in other words, even if you have past accounts, you should always be working on passing more accounts to just store in the stable. Right, you're not copy trading them. I mean, some people copy trade them, and if you're going to do that, then you just need that many more horses in motion. Okay, I don't like it now, because think about it. This was just a big green candle that has now failed. So I have zero interest in buying after a nice green candle has failed miserably. So there we go. That is exactly why. No, thank you. What is that? 110? Oh yeah, Doc Soul. All right, I'm gonna go for a long down here. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to myself. This is a knife catch. I think I have some logic behind the location of this attempted knife catch, but it is a knife catch nonetheless. So there's no need to lie to myself about it. I am trying to catch a knife. I still don't know. Is Trump actually talking right now? I'm sorry for the people that saying he's talking. We've had so many false alarms over the course of time where people are like, oh, no, sorry, that's just a recording I'm watching him say. I tried to find it and couldn't. What do you think of short 135? Yosef, I don't understand. I don't know your strategy. So the best I can do is just say, if your strategy says that 135 is a good short, then you short away. He is talking. All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep. I don't. Whatever. At this point, he talks too much anyways. He's always talking. So if I choose not to trade while he's talking, I will never be able to make a trade again for the next 3 years. And we have gone like from talk about like pendulum swings. Biden spoke like I don't know what, like once every 6 months, and now it's like he speaks 6 times every day. I'm trying to get long down here. Okay, we'll get rid of that for now. Trump is okay. How long has he been speaking? Who knew that? Is that what was going on here? Maybe that wasn't random then. Was Trump speaking at that point? I guess that candle makes a little bit more sense. He was talking about 49. Okay, so I guess, yeah. I guess I was in some, I didn't even know he was talking. Alrighty then. Well, there we go. He is now done. Was it scheduled? If he is talking, I ain't taking any trade. Yeah, that's kind of my policy too, but I'm also getting annoyed to the point where like I'm never allowed to trade because he's always talking. Oh, he was scheduled to speak. He was just an hour late. Okay. I guess shame on me for not realizing he was talking. But thank you, chat, for telling me he was talking. Oh, boy. Let's see how this candle finishes. This candle's got about 30 seconds left. Ooh, oil. Interesting here, actually. Got the bounce upwards. We are now, it is approaching there, that purple line there, which is the 50-period simple moving average. So, and if you still agree that this is an overall downtrend, I don't know if there is a point where it rolls back over. I don't know. Is that it? Possibly for you oil traders. I have traded oil. Would I call myself a quote-unquote oil trader? Probably not. No, Mr. X. I think talking is worse to trade, but I think. Oh, I guess I have not paid attention enough to notice that correlation, Todd. Dip's going to butt up my trade of 8. Yeah, my trade of 8. Did anybody else have that this morning at the open? My trade of 8 was pretty sketchy. Like it was freezing up. I had a couple times where like I had gotten in and I'm like, uh-oh. And then thankfully when the platform unfroze, I was in the green, but no? Mine is refreshed a few times. Mine is... I just do separate. Walnut crunching. Yeah, oil. Look at that. Look at the candle forming on oil here. I don't know. That might actually... Do I want to take a trade on oil? Maybe. Yeah, it's not super volatile. Does anybody even trade gold anymore? I have not. I've barely... Yeah, gold. Look at that distance. Only 2. A distance of 2 on that space. Yeah, gold has slowed down quite a bit. I'm guessing gold has dropped off just because I can't remember the last time somebody's shown up on the live stream and asked if I trade gold. So I think gold has lost a little bit of its luster right now. Hey, morning, Chris. I can't remember the last gold trade I've taken. I guess, did I maybe take one last week? I don't know. I trade, take profit trader. That's who I trade, Mr. X. I love take profit trader. That's who I use. That's who I recommend. I think they're the king of the business. If you're experienced already, Mr. X, which it sounds like you're already an experienced platform trader, I've heard good things about Lucid and Tradeify. I mean, Apex is kind of... I know Apex can be a hot topic, but they've been around for a long time. And if you follow the rules... Anyways. But yeah, like I said, unless you're maxed out with your 5 pro accounts at Take Profit Trader, I would just say stick with Take Profit Trader. Because like I said, in my opinion, you're already with the king of the industry, brother. You holding the semis? Do we got a typo there? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, if you want to help support the stream and get the discount with Lucid, like I said, I have a code with them too, code Clay, all caps. If you want to help support the stream. Why? Chris, we've already had this discussion. I've already shown you the math. Why are you asking that again? Again, if you want to work inefficiently, go for it. It just sounds sus. Okay. Well, then don't do it. Oh, semiconductors. I'm sorry. I'm not cool with the lingo. What was your question again? You holding the semis? I mean, I have some probably in my investment portfolio, but we're day trading futures here. Can you use Dom and Tradeovate? Yes, you can. Well, is it useful? Yeah, for some people. The math is just the math. If you use your own money and you have a bad trade, and let's just define bad trade as $2,000, with your account, that's $2,000 of your money gone. In a prop firm space, $2,000, speaking about Take Profit Trader, your consequence is you lose $100 because that's what you paid for the account. So I'd rather have a bad trade of $2,000 cost me $100 as compared to $2,000. It's basic math too. Chris, you're not going to argue your way to any sort of sensibility. All you just said was my actual funds are that much more at risk. That's all you just said. I can leverage my cash by 4 times. Okay, that just illustrates how much quicker your own cash could disappear on one of those bad days. Yeah, but it means your $2,000 profit is less too. Yeah, except, Joseph, your problem is your ROIs are never going to touch that of a prop firm trader. Because this is a game of risk management, Joseph, so I can already tell you're focused on the wrong things. Trading, as I've always said, trading has nothing to do with making money. Blind, drunk monkeys can make money. Trading has everything to do with managing risk, protecting your downside. That is the core thing of trading, and that is the core benefit of prop firms. They were, in all actuality, a risk management tool. Because even by even giving up some of your upside, the ROIs that are created are insanity. Again, Chris, you keep saying all this stuff like it's supposed to. Well, yesterday I thought it was okay. Good job. Then go do what you're supposed. Then go trade what you're doing, Chris. You have a 91% hit rate. Cool. Just chill. Okay. Now we got gaslighting, so timeout for Chris. Chris has demonstrated he knows the math makes sense, but what we're witnessing is him trying to rationalize it to us. He's trying to overcome the math that he knows makes sense, which he is failing to do. Hence his just chill, right? He has run out of arguments. Just use real money. Prop firms just show you don't have much confidence. Okay, Roy, that's one of the more terrible arguments I've heard. So Roy does not listen to math. He's one of these bros. Yo, bro, you're a fake trader. Is it a lack of confidence or it is an understanding of math? If you use prop firms, it just shows you're not confident. What? Again, this is the problem. We got all these dudes hopped up on testosterone. They think they're trying to impress everybody. Dude, I'm a grumpy old guy with 6 kids. I don't care. I'm a geek. I'll follow the math. If you want to follow your ego, go for it. I'll gladly accept the premise I'm not confident if it gains me fantastic math in my favor. No problem there. I already got myself a beautiful blonde wife. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't care. But you go for it, brother. You're not a man. You don't got real confidence unless you got a live account. Okay, cool. Sounds like I hit a nerve, man. Once again, notice him not attacking the math. Notice him with the ad hominem fallacy. He cannot disprove that prop firm math makes sense. So what does he do? He comes at me. Sounds like I hit a nerve. Okay, watch how this works. You're right. You did hit a nerve. Now can we get back on topic? Because somebody that has their nerve hit is presenting an idea, which you have not addressed the idea. So yes, my nerve has been hit. Can we get back on topic now? See, I'm telling you, once you understand logical fallacies, they pop up everywhere. The classic, the ad hominem. Chris knows that he's at a failing argument, so he's telling everybody to chill, right? Which is who cares? Whether or not we're chill does not affect the math. The math is the math. And then our Roy knows that he is getting steamrolled, so he's like, man, looks like I hit it. Okay, who cares? Right, exactly. Agreed. And the math on the prop firm is way better than the live account. Because I guarantee you're not generating multiple thousands of percents ROIs using your own funds. Not going to happen. Okay, dude, have you ever seen, okay, you could go buy an account for 102. But let's say you cook 10 of those accounts, okay? So I'm not even going to say, okay, you buy that and then, so you go and let's say you cook 10 of those accounts. So you have 10 accounts that are cooked and you paid 102 for each of them. You have 1020 in, okay? So here's, you have amount invested, 1,020. That's 10 accounts you bought and you've cooked them. And then you get another one. So I guess the reset is $100. So that would be 1,100. Then let's say on account number 11, you go on a modest streak. You hit a groove, and let's say you get yourself, and this is after taking out, you lose 20% of your gains. But after that, let's just say you get up there and you get $1,500 in payout. That's a 34% ROI after cooking 10 accounts. What does it take to cook 10 accounts? Well, in order to cook an account, you have to lose 2,000. So let's say that the person that's using their own funds has 10 of those trades. Well, 10 times 2,000 is $20,000. The person using their own funds for the same exact scenario, 10 bad trades. I'm defining a bad trade as $2,000. The person in their own funds with a bad trade, that's $20,000 out of their pocket. The person in the prop firm loses each account. But if they're only paying that $100 for each account, that's where that number comes from right here of 1120. And then all they do is make $1,500 and they're actually have everything paid for plus 34% ROI. Whereas the person that's using their own funds because I guess they have more confidence, they are still way far behind. You wouldn't gamble the way you do on your own account. Yes, but Roy, you have a false premise. You are assuming that you're going to always be perfect, that you're always going to follow the rules with your own funds. If that's what you think, you're either a blatant newbie or a liar. There's no such thing as a perfect trader. Here. This guy also thought that. He made that argument too. I'm using my own funds, blah, blah, blah. Same exact argument until he was in the wrong place at the wrong time and broke some rules and then ended up losing, and this is real money, $53,000 of his own money. And that's where and that was the point where, he made the jump. After our move, I will get into futures. And by that, he meant prop firms too. Yeah, I'll concede that maybe you take things a little bit more serious because it's your own funds. I have no problem conceding that. The problem is you're going to have a bad day. Everybody has bad days. Real money or not, you're going to have a bad day. And bad days can spin out of control very, very quickly, and they can wipe out a whole lot of progress. Whereas a bad day in a prop firm, will cost you an account, but it's not going to wipe out months of progress or weeks of progress because within the prop firm model, as you're taking payouts, that money is safe. Yeah, ROI, okay. So this is the problem with somebody trying to justify. You have to win more, you lose, that's the math. Right, but you're not understanding the difference of consequences. I know a guy, he lost 140K and now trying to get, exactly. See, what you're not understanding is, and this is the prop firms, now Roy, I'm not talking to him anymore. He's not here to listen. But the superpower of prop firms is actually the reduction of consequences. What do I mean by that? Going back to, let's say you have a bad trade. Bad trade being defined as minus $2,000. If you're using your own money, that is, $2,000 out of your pocket. If you're in a prop firm, take profit trader, the bad trade, again, 2,000 means you violated that rule, meaning you lose the account. But given you only paid 102 for your account, that's what you lost. So again, and let's say you learned a lot from that trade. So the one person using their own funds had to pay $2,000 for the lesson. The person in the prop firm had to pay $102. Same exact learning lesson, two very different prices, two very different consequences. So that is the prop firm's ultimate power, the ability to reduce consequences. And I like the consequence of bad trade, dumb trades, costing $102 versus costing $2,000. So that is their true power. Okay. Extra, I literally just explained it. So now you're trying to get around. So basically you buy a Prize Picks account with 10K for $100. See, okay, does everybody now see Extra? Does everybody see why he's not drawing the math? Look at that. He's treating this like, so you just buy an account and you YOLO. Where did anybody talk about YOLOing? Okay. He's literally making an argument for prop firms without realizing, he is definitely a newbie. Okay, quite the pullback here. Like I said, prop firms are great because of the leverage. They're great because of the copy trading. Those things are cool. Don't get me wrong. However, the biggest power that a prop firm brings to the table is in the risk management department via that reduction of consequences, as I just explained. That is their true power. They're reducing their ability to reduce consequences. And if you're just going to say, yeah, but I'm going to be more serious with my own money. I do agree with you. Most of the time, you will be more serious. But the problem is, and anybody that's traded with real money long enough knows that even with that mentality, all it takes is one slip up, one bad day, something, and then wow, does it spin out of control. Oh, ROI. I don't know. Do I just ban this guy? So does he seem helpful or is he just trolling at this point? I don't know. I need help from the chat. Do we just ban ROI or is he worth trying to engage with and convince? Or is he just being a total I don't know. I need your thoughts, chat. All right, does not change your life. Okay, see you later. Yikes. Again, if you trade with your own money, then the math does not make sense. And it's very easy to just show you via the ROI calculation. I don't know if Brian's here. I think, yeah, Brian right there. The dude had like a 20,000% ROI on one of his accounts because he paid for the account, got himself over $20,000 in payouts. So when you run the ROI calculation, when he had, I don't know, a few $100 into it, and then got himself $20,000 in payouts, you're not getting those ROIs with your own money. So yeah, I mean, again, this is not my opinion. It's all based in math. You are mathematically being inefficient using your own money. Like prop firms and the ROIs, which is understandable, will lead people to call you a scammer. They're like, what do you mean you got a 20,000% ROI in a couple months? You are a scammer. I understand that claim. But once you understand the math of prop firms, you're like, oh, I can see how that's actually possible. Well, we just kind of chopping around here. Now, here's the thing also. Clay, you missed out on this massive pullback. But it wasn't that massive. This went from 48 down to, this was a 17-point candle. 17 points. That's actually, again, 2 or 3 weeks ago, this candle would have been like 60 points. But it's just not a whole lot of volatility out there today. That was not a pullback? I mean, that was definitely a pullback. On the 2-minute time frame, this was definitely a pullback. Yeah, see, margin call. Again, like I said, it's either you're listening to your ego or the math. If I'm being honest, if I put myself back as a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old, early 20s. I don't know, would I be like one of the guys that's like, prop firms, those are for losers. I use my own funds. I'm a real trader. Maybe. I'll be honest, but at this point in life, dude, I don't care. I mean, call me a fake trader, call me whatever. I don't care. All I know is I can understand some basic math. What's a pullback? Where the price pulls back, where it comes down. AMS, I say this out of love, brother, but I think you have way bigger problems than just that. With all due respect. Clay, how do you get the trades at the bottom of the window where it says 2 trades you made? I don't remember either. However, this video right here can help you out. I don't remember where in the video. I think the back half of the video somewhere. What KGOP? So yeah, if you check out this video, I think towards the back of the video, we'll show you how to set that up. And I just don't remember how exactly because I've had this set up like this for years now. Clay fake. Yeah, that's fine. No, I mean, I would say it's a mix of both. Let me put it this way. I can tell, well, I guess, I don't know. Maybe older guys still have but like the guys that show up and it's like you're a loser because you use props. It's like, okay, that's all based in ego. Like you're not confident. That's why you use props. It's like, okay, in other words, I'm confident, right? So yes, I'm talking kind of in general. I'm sure there's no rule that's 100% for sure, but what's the ROI on your prop firm? Well, I mean, it's the ROI, that's just a calculation. The calculation for any prop firm, whether it's Take Profit Trader, who I use or not, would be what amount have you spent on an account? Where did that go? Right? So that's the number you would put in right there. And then how much payouts did you get? That's the number that you would put in right there. And then right there, that's just basic. The reason why scam-like ROIs can be created is because of this number right here. Prop firms allow you to keep that number very, very small. But like the Chris guy that's talking about I got $67,000 in my account. Okay, well, that's how much he has invested in his account is $67,000. Like it's going to be hard to generate, like just to get to 100% ROI, he's got to make $67,000, right? Because that's, as far as the calculation is concerned, that's how much he has invested in his account is $67,000. But if you can show up, so this is what Brian did. He had a 150K account, which cost him $216. So he was at $216, and then he went on a run and made, like, I can't remember what it was. Let's just call it $15,000. I think it was over 20, but he got $15,000 in payouts. So right there, 6,800%. Like, that's insane. That's scam-like. But again, if you understand prop firms and the math, all he ever had at risk was $216. Whereas that Chris guy who's, yapping about a $67,000, well, he actually has $67,000 at risk, especially when he further is like, and I have 4 times margin. Trust, as somebody that somebody coming from Lightspeed has 4 times margin. I assure you, man, I put in $50,000. Dang, I can get $200,000 in purchasing power. Well, yeah, if you have a bad day, that can add up very, very quickly against your original amount. I have used NinjaTrader. I didn't really like it that much, but that doesn't mean NinjaTrader is bad. I mean, platform, that's a lot of that is just personal preference. So Raspberry right now has a pro account with over a 12,000% ROI. Yeah. Again, if you don't understand prop firms, if I didn't understand prop firms, I would look at Raspberry. He'd probably be banned already because I'd be like, all right, we got a Nigerian scammer here. But no, I can completely see. All right, we're getting more of a pullback here. I'm going to look for a long down around this area. Okay, I am in. See if we can get a bounce. Right now, the knife catch not looking so. All right, out on that one. Well, try the knife catch, and the knife just kept dropping. I saw it had bounced from there 3 times before. In fact, the low of these 3 nice, lower shadow candles. But as you witnessed, it did not care. It did not care at all. Heck, even I was thinking about, I don't know, maybe I should have bought right there. Nope, that one wouldn't have worked either. It doesn't care about anything right now. Cut down through that, and even that support level right there, cut down through there. So. Only two. Okay, that's only two. Not too bad then. Are you for or against prop firms for brand new? Oh, it makes no greater sense than for a brand new trader to be in a prop firm. Because as a new trader, you will do really stupid stuff. Really stupid stuff. So again, via the reduction of consequences, I'd rather have your consequence for the really. I'd rather have you be able to learn the exact same lesson of, wow, that was really stupid, for $100 compared to $2,000. He said that, MJ. He said there's no reason you can't make 1,000% on a cash account. In a 67,000 count, you need. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. Again, it's amazing to watch the human mind try to overcome basic logic. And that's why I love math, because math is logic. So like when the math is the math and then people try to overcome it, man, you get some weird logical claims, such as that right there. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the copy trading is amazing, but that's not really what I would argue is the main feature. The main feature is the ability to reduce those consequences. Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yes, the copy trading. Well, I mean, it's all proportional though, because if you're copy trading, that number you enter into amount invested is going to be higher to begin with. So it scales. Because if you're copy trading 5 accounts, for example, then you can't enter in 102 for that one spot. You'd have to enter in that times 5, right? Gold may get down to. Are you still trading gold, Jocko? Is it even worth it? Ooh, yeah, gold is bleeding. Dude, that knife catch was brutal. That thing didn't care about anything. Right, yeah, Leon. It would scale. Yep. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know, Double A. Were you not pre-approved? Usually realtors won't work with you unless you have a pre-approval letter. Did they not? Were you not pre-approved when you made this offer? Yeah, good to see you, Travis. And sending up fine, man. So you have been busy. I was approved from a different lender. Yeah, well, I don't know. You might have to go back to that different lender. Because, yeah, technically, you change things up a little bit. So apparently I was short and didn't realize it, and I accidentally... Congrats on making your $1,000 accidentally. Oh, sorry to hear that, Ranger. And have been approved through the second one. Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, fellas, am I approved or not? Like how could you approve me by not needing the pay stub and then all of a sudden act as though I'm not approved because I don't know what to tell you then. That's kind of goofy. But yeah, I would think a tax return would be plenty. Yeah. That I can see that is frustrating. Monday through Friday, Alfonso. No, you no, that is crazy. Now, if they want to ask for a pay stub during the pre-approval process, fine. Then you would just be like, okay, well, let me go find a lender that's not going to require that. But yeah, to approve somebody and then be like, well, wait a second, we are disproving you or disapproving you until pay stub. That's kind of messed up. I did copy trading a little bit, and I think I'll get back to there. But I'm also, I don't know. And that's kind of how I've always been. In fact, the one thing that probably is thing that I've had thrown in my face the most is you've been trading for so long, yet you're only doing that position size or that whatever. And it's like, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why I've been around now for 20 years, because I'm not swinging big out of my comfort zone. Like, I am jealous of the people that can stand up and they have no problem, copy trading 40 accounts and this. I mean, good for them. I am jealous of those people. But, man, I don't, the thought of that kind of freaks me out. How are the payouts of the prop firm you use? Very good. You can request payouts every day. So yeah, that is one of Take Profit Trader's really nice things. Is you can, in theory, you could get 5 payouts every week. Clay, since I've been watching your Clay bots keep offering. Where are you getting hit with bots at? I don't know why I ask. We've been, the whole bot thing has been for years now. I might try a long here. It seems like it's maybe trying to chill out. Okay, I'm long. Okay. Probably got a little too aggressive with that trigger. I did a scalpy scalp, but yeah, I should have let it come up a little. Okay, now I should have been doing this. Okay, yeah. All right. A little too trigger happy there. I don't even know what I made on that one, but I do know that I got a little too trigger happy on it. It's always like, hey, Clay, I've seen you in my... Are you serious? And where do these bots hit you up at? Is copy trading legal? Yeah. Dang. That was stupid scalpy scalp anyways. All right. I had a feeling it was going to drop because of MACD and RSI divergence. Cool. But the most important pressing question here, Evan Messi, is did you put on a short? Okay, I might try. Oof. That 5 minute looks pretty good, but this 2 minutes looking kind of bearish here, especially. Let's see how this candle forms. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So I'm interested in potentially a short here, but I want to see how this candle finishes. So this countdown timer right here is telling me how much longer until this candle is done moving. This is the 2 minute time frame, meaning each one of these candles moves around for 2 minutes before a new one starts. So that's what that countdown timer is telling me. So yeah, we got about 45 seconds to see what kind of candle forms here. Maggie, where'd you go? I'm super curious. Unless maybe that's just a general chat thing where like they just say that to everybody. So some people are like, what are you talking about? I've never been on your live before. Yes, sir. Had a short. Good job. Next time, Evan Messi, you gotta let us know, brother. Zo Crew, that is a mind-bending post. I have no idea what you're talking about. Here or my Instagram, I have the link on my page. Like, what do you mean on YouTube? Like, you're getting, like, private... YouTube has private messages? Like, what bots are you talking about? There's no bots here. This trading platform, our updates so fast. Yeah, I like TraderVate. I'm a girl, and yes, I will. Oh, sounds good. Congrats on the trade. Crap. I wouldn't have been filled. I want to see this candle form, and then I wanted to get short up around here, but it never went back up. It came straight back down. So I can't really clear like, oh, man, I just missed it. No, I didn't miss anything. Nice candle, though. But if I'm being honest, which is hard to do in hindsight, yeah, honestly, I wanted to see the price bounce up here first, so I would not have been filled. But there is the short. So for any of you independent thinkers out there, they're like, Clay, I agree, but no, I'm looking for like a breakdown right here. Good job. Zokru, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you okay? Are you get hacked? You're talking about mud fights. And then 2 indicators, and then calculus or something. Huh, interesting. I wonder how they're connecting that you're on the live stream. Unless they just say everybody. Interesting. Okay, we'll Cinco. Okay, so Zokru needs to just be put in timeout. I don't even know like what's going on. I gotta take this real quick. All right, we are back with some drama. Well, hopefully it's not bad drama. Hopefully it's just a misunderstanding somewhere. All right. Let me get my footing again here. All right, maybe an area support down there. Was that the ranch hand? Did the No. I don't. Maybe the baboons got loose. We got some things to figure out here. It sounds like. Don't know if I like this place anymore. Being called lazy and monkeys. I mean, it is a place not for the faint of heart. That part is true. Junior is letting his imagination run wild with this one. Oh, did I forget to do that? Hey, if you guys don't mind, yeah, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this up to 200 likes. So if there's 22 of you out there that are enjoying enough to hit that like button, if you don't mind hitting it, you can play a vital role in helping us hit 200 likes. So that'd be amazing. All right, Mintmont with the trade plan. I don't know. It's really a question of, is this truly the backside of the move? Like, are we going to have... I'm not quite sure. That's why I'm hesitating to get short here. If I thought this was the start of a bigger downtrend, then this looks good. I mean, down, up, down, and then, something like that I could see making sense. I'm just not... I don't know. Or is this just going to be some, like, bigger range now? That is what I'm on the fence about. Is if this is just some sort of sideways range right now, then it's like, okay, well, maybe this isn't going to chop all the way back up here. So not necessarily go to new highs and resume an overall uptrend, but I mean, even if I just accept the premise that it's going to get smacked back down from here, well, the problem is if I'm getting short, here, obviously, the process of moving all the way up there is not going to be pleasant. Are you looking for long or shorts? I'm looking for what you tell me to do, Ripper Jack. In fact, I've been here me in the chat the entire time have been like, where is Ripper Jack 308 at? So we have been waiting for you. So you tell me, what are we supposed to be looking for here? I close out my dram swing. Congrats on the swing. Yeah, same with me. We've all been waiting all day for the Ripper Jack. Oh, wait, no, sorry. You've been waiting for the Ripper trade. Do I try a short here? Maybe. Just with the thought of, is this some sort of kind of sideways range now? Top of it right here, 50 period simple moving average. It's at that level. Okay, I'm in short. Let's see if it wants to get rejected back down a little bit. Come on. At least hit that first target. That'd be nice. Come on, 50 period. Smack it back down again. Spank it back down. Oh, come on. Dude. Come on. Come back to. How about you hit me this time? How about you hit me this time, brother? How about. Thank you, brother. All right. Could still be a losing trade. Or actually, do I want to make this a win? Let's make sure this is a green trade now. Let me put my stop right there. There we go. So this will be a green trade. Now my risk is small green, reward unknown, maybe big green. But I do know it will at least be green, so that's good. So I like when my risk is small green trade, reward unknown, big, or unknown green trade. Come on, come down some more. Come on, hit me on that next one. Dude, stop that. Just well, at least I got one target hit. At least it's a green trade, but man, nothing like when it gets that close to a target and then snaps right back up. Again, there's still hope it comes back down, but we'll see. Come on. Come down. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on. About to get stopped. And I am... Wow. Almost... Oh, okay. Okay, you better not be teasing me, Marky. Don't you come down here acting like... At this point, I think I can probably get a little bit more. So I'm going to move my target down even more now. Come on. 21 EMA, my enemy right now. Look at that thing providing support. Dirty rat. Sometimes I love the 21 EMA. Right now, I do not love it. Stop. Stop being so good and acting as support. There you go. Yes, fail. Yeah, now flush it. Okay, 21 EMA. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the 21 EMA. Just come on. Come on. Yeah, don't worry about it. 21 EMA is overrated. There we go. Good. Keep coming down. Come on. Put another target on. Just in case there's some sort of quick spike. Not that I think there will be, but you never know. Come on. Come on down. Dude, look at that. To be fair, I would have had my second one hit, but I did move that one down, and then it did that to, like, spite me. I guess that one is technically kind of my fault. Not kind of. That one is my fault. Because, to be fair, my second target would have definitely been hit on that move. But because I moved it down, I just... Yeah. Anyways. Okay. I'm about to get stopped out here, though. Hello, Keith. We are trying to make up our mind right now. Which way is this going to go? No, I will say, it's pretty easy to sit now because I know that my risk is small green trade, reward, maybe a really big green trade. So these are the good stresses to have, where it's not any stress of like, oh, great, oh. Come on. Dude. Come on. Well, I'm going for more now at this point. All right, let's start to move down my stop, though. There we go. So now, worst case, I'm making 6 points. So my risk is making 6 points. Reward unknown. So I like this. Risk, make 6 points. Reward unknown, because I don't know the future. I don't know how far down this might want to go. Wow, it recovered back up quick, huh? And now I'm stopped out. Okay. Okay, when the landscaper comes by, be thinking plants will grow or pucker up. I just paid $400 for a 4-foot. Oh, wow. Yeah, I have no idea what landscaping even costs. Like, I have a line item in the budget, but, like, I don't know if I'm realistic or not on it. I'm not totally concerned about landscaping because there's no point in having curb appeal because we're quite a bit off the road. So make sure they're centered logically. I've seen a lot of houses where lately lamps over dining areas. Yeah, good feedback. I think my wife's got a pretty good eye for that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's something that I hear you. So right here on the 5-minute, you can see another. So we have the purple line here on the 2-minute, which is providing problems for resistance. And then over here on the 5-minute, you can see we have this pivot point. So it's kind of like a double whammy. Again, on the 2-minute, there was that 50 period simple moving average. On the 5-minute here, we have this pivot point, which is also providing resistance. So, yeah, it makes sense why the price is struggling around this area. Offsets are OCD triggers. Yeah, maybe we need to bring like an OC. Oh, okay, it's pushing up through now. Well, I gave it a chance to roll over. It did. Wait, did it ever? It never did. I can't remember. Did it ever hit that second target? I don't remember. Oh, well. Isn't that what's crazy when people are like, so man, Clay, what trades have you done today? I'm already forgetting how this trade went, and this trade just happened a couple minutes ago. Like, I can't remember, did I get a target hit down there or no? I remember I was moving targets down more, but I can't remember. So yeah, if you're asking me like to explain a trade I made like earlier this morning, I think I may disappoint you. Hey, Jimbo. Purple line is the 50 period SMA. Hey, good job, Random Hero. That's always a good feeling. Even if it's a losing trade, for example. But if you executed your trade plan on how it was supposed to go and the mechanics were there and all that sort of stuff, sure, it's disappointing to have a losing trade. But I mean, the longevity of that is a very good spot. Good habits are worth way more than a lucky winning trade. That was making money with bad habits is not scalable. Like there's no longevity in making money with bad habits because eventually the bad habits will bite. Oil roaring. Okay, if I pull up oil, it better be really booming. It better be roaring. Let's see. That's roaring. I'm just hoping it doesn't reclaim 105. Well, no, don't try to change the subject. Did you want to maybe join roaring? This is roaring. This 20-cent move is roaring. Dude, I was getting ready to have my face melted off. The platform that I use here, Jake, which is Tradeovate, they do have a mobile app. I have never used it. I think I've seen mixed feelings on it, but I do know that they have a mobile app. So, I don't know, does Ninja Trader have an app? How's their app? All right, there's some good feedback. Trading View has a better one. Can you trade prop with mobile app or PC only? No, you can trade with app. That's sort of what we're discussing right now, Ernest. Ninja Trader app sucks too. That's where I don't know. It's sometimes you just got to try stuff. Back-to-back comments. Random Hero. Ninja Trader's app is very intuitive. The next guy. Ninja Trader app sucks. It's like, okay. It does sound like there's some common opinion, though, with TradingView. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we hurt oil's feelings, and it is about to truly roar. There was nothing worse than that. Dude, something is dumping. Something is roaring, and then you pull it up, and it's like, I was getting ready to let's have some fun. Such a tease. I just text the guy, that's Sam is his name. So kind of like my general contracting partner, if you will. I just texted him. I said, should I panic? Hopefully he's like, nah, it's no big deal. So I'm really hoping I don't see a text back that says yes. They were yeah, maybe they were zoomed in. I'm attending the webinar. Yeah, Jake, I'd say you're in a good spot right now. Glad you got signed up for that. It'll give you some things to make sure you stay focused on. So 5 minute is kind of nasty because it did break out for a moment, and then this candle here is rough because think about it, at one point that was a big green candle, and then that big green candle dumped all the way back down here, so that probably knocked some people out. No. Dev, he's waiting. No. The dude first needs to learn how to read a chart, my friend. This is all brand new. Before he worries about prop firm rules, he should probably learn what a candlestick is. Oh, nice, Ranger. Is that a business that you run, like land clearing stuff, or just for your around your own personal property? Watch out. Yeah, yeah, Jake. Yeah, sounds like you're in a good spot for now, but that webinar will help you out. I think I might try another. Wait. Okay. Am I about to cook here? I am. I don't know if this is a good recipe or not, but let's see. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, that's a rising wedge. I don't know if it's the most beautiful one I've ever seen, but that has me intrigued. I have two 40-acre farm tracks. Nice. For both. Cool. Yeah, I've thought about a skid steer, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I mean, unless you're planning on doing like some sort of land clearing business or some sort of like side hustle with it, like you're like it doesn't actually make any numerical sense for me to actually buy a skid steer. What's going on with Tesla? I don't know. What is going on with Tesla? Goodness, sand is still just going up, huh? Yeah, you're gonna have to be a little more specific. What's going on with Tesla? I don't know. It bounced up and got rejected by the 200 period moving average, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little more specificity there. Skids are like a boat, better to find one. Yeah. That sounds like it's a plausible way to look at it. I have heard that saying though. The best type of boat is the one that your friend has, or something like that. What should I invest in? I don't know. Something that you feel comfortable with. The hurricane destroyed a good bit of my trees along my old home. And now it sounds like you have a side hustle going on with like a side business, Ranger. That's pretty cool. All right, we are right at. Do I try to the short? Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to see this candle stay above this trend line. This next one, would like to see it bounce up a little bit, and then if it drops back down, I'm going to try to grab it short. But this candle here, no, come on, stay above, stay above. Do not break down right now. It's got to stay above for another, basically 20 seconds. There's the countdown timer. No, go bounce back up. Okay, all right, okay, nice. Yeah, bounce up. No! I want to see it come up and then, but it just. Come on. Looking for almost a back test and go. I just want to see it melt down. Well, I'd like to see it come up slightly more and then melt down. Then I'm fine with a meltdown at that point. But don't melt down quite yet. You want bear or bull? I am right now feeling bearish. But it looks like I might get left behind. I'm going to go fix me a chicken quesadilla. sounds delicious. All right, well, there is the rising wedge breakdown, and I, in hindsight, got way too high maintenance with it. Of course, always easy to say in hindsight. I'd fix you one, but I don't like... Well, I don't eat lunch anyway, so... So that's okay. I wouldn't ask for one anyhow. No, I'm saying I don't eat lunch. I'm saying lunch is for the weak. All right, here we go. Well, congrats to anybody that played that rising wedge breakdown. The rising wedge flexing its muscles again. I am interested in a long down here. I know. I'm trying to flow with the entertainment value of it. Like, if you eat lunch, like, I don't actually think you're weak. I just had rabbit food for my weak lunch. At least that's good for you. Come on, just drop down a little bit more. See if we can get it some kind of bounce. Spit out your sandwich. Atta boy, AMS. That's the attitude I like to hear. Fasting is one of the best things I ever did. Agreed. $1,700 calories a day. My weight is around 145. Well, good for you for paying attention to what the spoon throws into that pie hole. All right. Gold, we actually are at an interesting level. So for anybody that is still actually caring about gold, it is right at kind of a double whammy. We have this pivot point here that's already provided one bounce and another bounce. And now we have the 200 period SMA right here. So none of this means that a bounce will for sure happen, but hopefully nobody would be shocked if the price does decide to bounce from here. Can't, Greg. It's too intense. I'm too much of a freak when it comes to that sort of stuff. Too much of a freak. All I would say is, if you're getting into intermittent fasting, the best way, I would say, is a 16-8. So it just means you skip breakfast. And then you're allowed to eat anytime from 12 to 8 p.m. And then with that, that means you have 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of your eating window. And then eventually, if you can bring it down to where you're fasting 20 hours a day, I think that's prime. So in other words, you basically eat one big meal every day. Eat an entire pizza for lunch. I mean, you could, I guess. It works even better, though, if you don't eat an entire pizza. Come on. Good. Somebody hit the brakes on this thing all of a sudden. I've gone from around 270, 236 this morning in about 4 months. Nice, Travis. I mean, you can do a couple of cheat days. I have like 2 cheat days a week. So on those days, I'll eat whatever I want. But and other than that, yeah, I'm trying to eat real whole foods. And then I just stop if you're full. What's up, Max? What's your next move here? I don't know. It's kind of just chopping around, so I have no idea. What kind of fun things do you do in Lower Iowa? I don't know. Go play outside. Throw corn at each other. You know, just typical stuff. If things get really spicy, maybe throw a soybean at somebody. Hey, Emmanuel. How's it? I don't know. Just like any other place in the Midwest. Good, Mark. Glad to hear the racehorse model's helping you out. Fantastic. Denver's getting snow today? Oh, that's wild. This is the frustrating part about futures trading. Just waiting for a good... Well, I mean, this is just trading. Whether you're trading futures or options or stocks or crypto or Forex. I mean, yeah, you've got to wait. You've got to wait for setups that make sense. So, no, yeah, having to wait is not unique to futures. Yeah, they don't call it patience for nothing. That's true. I might try a long here. See if we can get... Okay, I'm long. Come on. Trying to catch some momentum there. Maybe needs to consolidate out a little bit. Come on. Again, I'm long. Blue line is my entry. Oil is dropping right now, so ideally that helps me. Yeah, a nice red candle here on the oil 5-minute. And, all right, this is really not helping me. So maybe the correlation does not seem to be totally strong today. And the chat is broken, apparently. Nobody's talking. So now I'm just here talking to myself. Oh, thank you, Alex, for breaking the silence. But yes, hello, Alex. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Uh-oh. No. Let's keep going up. I like that green stuff. I'm a little nervous right now because it could... Seems like potentially just... Okay. Whoa! Took another one out. Come on, brother. It's dancing. Okay, took another one out. I got 2 left. I don't know. Are you about to snap down? Come on. Come on. Okay, let's just do this at this point. Okay. So the rest is right there. So I have 2. My stop loss is just barely in the green. I don't want to risk this thing all of a sudden just snap into the downside now. But let's give it a chance to maybe keep on snapping to the upside. But it's dancing. There you go. Yeah, come on up. Come on up. Put a target up there just in case it somehow wants to make a venture up to these highs. Come on. Glad I've been getting cooked all day. Nah, sorry to hear that. Like cooked as in losing accounts or just losing trades? There we go, brother. Come on. Push. If this puts a new highs, yeah, there we go. Let's move up my stop here now. There we go. Now my stop is up there. Let's continue this momentum up if we can. And we cannot. All right. Well, hey, I'm not going to complain about that. That was nice. Just having trades flip on you. Gotcha. I lost 3 accounts today. Tilted a bit. Sorry to hear that. The rise of the furries in the early 20s. Oh, man. Indeed. 10 points. I'm happy. Cool. All right. Yeah, it is getting pretty jumpy out there like that. Thankfully, I was on the right side of the jump, but yeah, it's a little tricky out there. I do have a beard now, Kevin. Yeah, so you have not been around for a while. Because I've had the beard now, I don't know what, going on 3 or 4 months probably? Maybe even longer. Yeah, maybe like 5 months now? Because I had it back at Christmas time too. All right, Dev. Just broke even on a funded after that severe. Hey, good job, Ranger. Nice comeback. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not doing a whole lot right now. Need to go down to goatee. I don't have that choice. I kind of want to buy here, but I'm a little nervous. If this thing drops back down, even if it just revisits the low down here. AIQ at all-time high. What is AIQ? We're day trading futures here. Tyrone. So yeah. I am curious though. What is it? Please don't tell me AIQ is some like garbage penny stock, please. AIQ. Oh, okay. Cool. I don't know what that is, but hey, congrats. Artificial intelligence. Gotcha. Well, we are day trading futures here, so I'm not sure a whole lot. Do I trade? No. Day trading options is truly mathematically provable. Absolute garbage compared to day trading futures through a prop firm. Like, it mathematically makes no sense to day trade to day trade options. Because that little dirty bugger known as theta. And if you're an options day trader and you're like, what's theta? That's a red flag. That is a red flag. You should probably, yeah, that's not a good sign. Well, the longer, in hindsight, coulda, shoulda, woulda been beautiful. But like I said, it just, Good. Glad you agree there, Keith. You're fine, Tyrone. Didn't have to. No need to apologize. Just letting you know that. Yeah, this is more so a day trading live stream. I mean, we welcome everybody here, but I mean, if you're talking about like swing trades or investments and stuff like that, I don't know how big of an audience would necessarily care about that. So once again, I'm faced with the decision. If it comes back down here, do I once again try the long? Maybe. You're welcome, Keith. Or maybe it doesn't pull back here at all. Isn't oil fun? I don't know. Is it fun? Doesn't the chart looks not fun, but I don't know. Maybe it's funner than what it looks. Are you trading oil, Neil, and are you having fun? Well, there it goes up, so to short or not to short? That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try a short there. Put my stop up there. There we go. Looking for a short at the red line. Stop is the green line. Scaled and 8M queuing in my trades. Up 122 currently floating. Good job, Rocky. I think he means fun like riding a ranging bull at 6 parts. You find out. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's true. Maybe fun just means like actually not fun. Because, Boat Keisha, you don't understand nuance. And I've explained this to you many times. In fact, are you that person that's had this discussion before who doesn't understand nuance? You keep saying all this stuff, and I'm not saying the stuff is wrong, but you never parse it out in terms of, well, are you talking about somebody that's a beginner to the prop firm space or somebody that's experienced? You never parse that out. You just, and it's like, you're not necessarily wrong, but you're not talking in the amount of nuance that you should be. Hence the timeouts, because we've had the discussion ad nauseum 3,438 times. In fact, it is now 3,439 times. Let me get it marked down here. So I have my pen. I'm going to mark it down. There we go. Okay, and now you're just lying. So now you're getting put in timeout because that's definitely not what happened. You did get put in timeout, but not for that reason. Oh, man. But Clay, she has a boat. That's true. Yeah, I should probably be... Yes, I did ask for a price. Yes, you did tell me the price, but you added on some more things, which, again, are going back to my original talking point. So now you're telling, like, half-truths, partial truths. Is my oh no. Oh my goodness. You know it's bad. For a moment I thought it was frozen, but I guess maybe it was frozen. I don't think it was. It was just kind of moving a little bit slower. I'm bringing my daughter's boat to Texas this weekend so y'all can come here. Hey, there we go. Travis has got a boat. I'm trying to pass my new eval today for the first time. You think it's possible? Yeah, I mean, sure, it's possible. Okay, maybe, okay, whoa, wait, I was unprepared. Let me take one out. Come on, come down some more. How many do I have? 3. Okay, let's get this stop loss in green territory. There we go. So this will be a green trade now. In fact, let's just have this come. Let's look for a really big rejection up here. So again, my risk is small green. Reward, potentially really big green. I like this risk reward. Come on. Come down. Come on down, brother. Do it. Oh, hit this target. Do it. Come on, brother. Do it, brother. Brother. Let's not, don't toy with my emotions, Marky. You've brought it down this close. Dude. All right, I'm going down more. I think it's feeling kind of snappy. All right, I'm going to put my stop right there too. So worst case, like I said, my risk is small green. Reward unknown because I don't know how far down this might want to go. Come on. Come on. Release the Kraken. Release the Kraken. Come on. I'll use the high of this candle as my new stop. Wherever that high may be as it forms. If it gets closer to that green line, then I'll move my stop down again. But I want to see it get closer to this target here before I move my stop down. I'm smacking bull now. It's going to keep going up. Uh-oh, Jay. Uh-oh. Well, Jay, you were asking about, I don't know when you said that comment, but it is definitely not going up, brother. Hopefully you had a stop loss in. What was that? I don't know. What was... Move up your stop loss. Hey, Skeleton, you do your thing, I'll do my thing, all right, brother? Can we agree to that? I appreciate the thought, though. That was a cheap shot on that one. Yeah, that was kind of... Well, I've said this before. Like, it is kind of jumpy out there, but hey, I'll take that entry. I love that sort of entry. I'll take all day long because I got filled and I was basically in the green from like second number 2 of that trade moving forward. So I can't really complain too much a lot. Like, if only all those trades work that nicely, where as soon as you get filled, you're like in the green, you're able to take some partials, you're able to get your stop in green territory. Man, That was my favorite entry, I think, so far. I feel it's lying to everybody and going up, but I'm going to pull out if it's really smacks back down. But you know how the market lies to you. It's like you got to play the other side. Yeah, I mean, the market can be tricky, Jay. It can be tricky. Long here? I don't know about a long. I just say, Jay, I'm glad you're here, but like next time, just don't say I'm smacking bull now. It's going to keep going up. Next time, just say I think it's going to keep going up, right? Because right that now you look kind of silly, right? When you say it's going to keep going up, and then we just witnessed this pretty, this pullback here. It's like, am I blurry? All right, I'll get closer. I think I should be good now. It's still going to keep going up. Okay, Jay, this you can either clarify yourself or you're banned because I don't have any room for people that are going to pee in their leg and tell us it's raining. Okay, it's still going to keep going up, or you think it's going to keep going up. There's a massive difference. You think it's going to keep going up, or it's going to keep going up. Too serious, brother. No, I know. I just can't. I can't stand egomaniacs that like want to present themselves as if they know something is going to happen in an environment where there are no for sure's, right? The whole trend is up, brother. Can you imagine if trading was that easy? Like, you identify an uptrend, and for the mere fact that it's an uptrend, you can say, oh, it's going to keep going up. Why? Well, because it's in an uptrend. Dude, imagine how easy trading would be. Imagine if that line of logic worked. Not, I think it's going to keep going up. No, it will keep going up. It's going to keep going up. Why? Well, because it's in an uptrend. Dude, I didn't realize it was that easy. I'm up 500. As if, what is that supposed to prove? Look at it now. Yeah, what about it? I think we've been in an uptrend since yeah. It's up, just listen. There's nothing to listen to. You didn't give us a trade plan. Here, you want to okay, you think you're a baller. You think you're a baller? Fine, maybe you are. We are a fair group. We are a fair group. I will be intellectually honest to admit, maybe you are a baller. But here's where you can prove it to us. We need actual trade plans from you. What's an actual trade plan? Well, we need 3 numbers from you. In real time or ahead of time. We need an entry point and a stop loss and a target. So go ahead, Mr. It's going to go up. Tell us how you're going to make money from this guaranteed situation. Where are you getting it in at? Give us an entry point as a number. Give us a stop loss as a number. Give us a target as a number. You give us those 3 numbers, Mr. Baller. Can you do that? Can you give us 3 numbers? Again, ahead of time or at least in real time? Because I understand sometimes we have to wait for confirmation. Oh man, just put this dude in timeout. He doesn't. Well, no, that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair. The fair thing is to give him the opportunity. Really hope you export back. Oh boy, please don't tell me you're day trading SPX options. Real baller stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess if you know it's going up, what's the point of a stop loss? Clay, I haven't seen you have a stop loss in a while. Is that a serious post, or am I missing the joke there? Okay, here we go. Why did I have a sneaky suspicion that we were just going to get words and not numbers? I was scaling up to 21. I believe there's a little bit past it, but I'm actually hoping it breaks it. Okay, so you can't give us a trade plan then. You're just going to keep using words? I think Rookie just started hanging out with new kids or something. Rookie just went off starting to sniff paint or something. I don't know. Rookie just became a paint sniffer. I think, unless that was a joke. I just don't understand the joke. When you enter a trade, you don't put a stop on. Okay. For those of you that were here, correct me if I'm wrong. For this trade here, I could have sworn that I had an entry point that was that was a red line. And then I had a green line up here. That was a stop. Or am I just making that up? Is Rookie gaslighting me right now? I could have sworn that literally the most recent trade on this live stream, I had both an entry and a stop locked in place. Again, maybe that's not true. But I could have sworn that was the case. Did I not have like both of those at the same time? After you were green, you put a stop. Rookie, I don't know what kids you started to hang out with, but stop. I know they told you that sniffing paint is a good thing. It's not. I had a stop on the last one. And as soon as it went green, I dragged my stop down. I'm so confused right now. Like, I don't know if Rookie's trolling or rage baiting or just has gone into total meth head mode. I don't know. You had your sell at 150. Thank you, Hammerhead. Yes, that's what I thought. Hammerhead, thank you. Clay, I haven't seen you have a stop loss in a while. Okay, yeah. That's why I thought it was a troll. Because quite literally, the most recent trade, as Hammerhead has pointed out, I had all that preset ahead of time. So that's where I'm confused. I think he's trolling, but I don't understand the troll. If he's not, then he's a fit. I don't know. Like he's hanging around a new group of people that apparently sniff paint. Yeah, I don't know what. Again, I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Oh, brother, I swear. And here's the other thing, Rookie. Hard stop versus mental stop. Those are two very different things. What am I seeing right now, brother? I'm seeing a lack of trade plan from you, Jay. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you just acting like a baller a few minutes ago. And then I'm seeing me asking you for an actual trade plan, and you don't give us any numbers. That's what I'm seeing right now. And then I'm also seeing Rookie ruin his life by sniffing paint. Those are the two things I'm seeing. A lack of trade plan from you, and my good friend Rookie ruining his life because he's hanging around new kids that have him sniffing paint. Oh, and Serpent God, you're not off the hook either. I'm also seeing you tell us that oil is roaring, and then we bring it up, and oil has moved like 7 cents. Those are the three things that I'm seeing. My trade plan is losing money. Well, hey, you know what? There we go. I'm on your side. I'm not a baller. I'm new trading. What? What do you mean you're new to trading? Just a couple minutes ago, you're telling us how it's going to keep going up. What is going on right now? Have you guys? It's still going up. I just want to be like you someday, Jay. That's all. That's all. I just want to be like Jay. Hey, man, it's going to keep going up. What? You mean you think it's going to keep going up? Oh, no, it's going to keep going up. Yeah, why? Because it's in an uptrend. Oh, dang. Dang. Dude, I've been at this like 20 years. I did not know it was that easy. I did not know I could find guarantees because something's in an uptrend. I always thought that it was at any moment an uptrend could stop being an uptrend. I thought that uptrends do sometimes reverse around. Apparently not, though. Like, if it's in an uptrend, it's going to keep going up. That's crazy. What an idiot I am for these past 20 years, not connecting that bit of logic. No, I'm not calling you Dude, I'm calling you a baller. You're acting like that's a name call. I mean, it is a name call, but it's a compliment. I think I'll short because of possible rejection, but I have a tight stop loss. All right, Sparky. Well, give us as soon as you do get short, let us know your entry and then let us know what your actual stop is. But what do I think of the chart at the moment? What chart? Like what Bitcoin chart? Clay's blood pressure. No, if the only reason my blood pressure, am I feeling a little stressed right now? I am, but it has to do with that phone call I had earlier. He did reply back to my should I panic text, and he just said no. So I guess that's good. I was hoping for a little bit more details, but sometimes Sam is a man of few words. I know that, Kevin. What Bitcoin chart? I get that. What Bitcoin chart? I can tell you should not even be in Bitcoin. I understand your answer is going to be, what are you talking about, you idiot? I just told you that Bitcoin chart. Yeah, which one? What do you care about? If you're an investor, you probably care more about the daily time frame. If you're a day trader, you probably care more about the 5-minute time frame. If you're a swing trader, maybe you care like about the 60-minute time frame. But me just saying, what do you think about the Bitcoin chart? That doesn't tell me anything. Hence my question, which one? What time frame? But you didn't know to specify that context, which is okay. But that is my clue to know that you are new. So my answer to you would be like, don't worry about Bitcoin right now. Do some more learning. Weekly, yeah. My question is the same. Do some learning. The mere fact, because here's what I mean, Kevin. So what you actually meant was from an investing standpoint, if you meant the weekly. Well, let's say I just assumed that you're talking about from the day trading standpoint. So I pull up the 5-minute time frame and I give you all my thoughts. That is worthless information. That is potentially dangerous information, given somebody like you actually cares about it from an investing standpoint. So yeah, the mere fact you did not know to specify that up front, you got a lot more learning to do. Which is fine. We all start off new. There's nothing wrong with being new. But it becomes a problem when somebody's new and then they keep pressing forward when it becomes obvious, yeah, you're not quite ready to be pressing forward to that spot right now. Hey, Eddie. Man, I'm in that spot where like I don't want to be the annoying client, but I want to call and be like, all right, Sid, like what's the update? What's going on? But I can't. I don't want to be the. It's only been like an hour, but yeah, my the blood pressure is probably a little high right now. But that's, if anything, me joking around with some of these guys is helping me out because it's making me kind of chuckle. What I show up to? Oh, you know, just another day in the neighborhood. All right, yeah, maybe I will. We'll finish out the live stream. Get live webcam. Yeah, but then I'd have to start to already pay for Starlink out there, and I don't want to have to start to pay for that stuff yet. I'm too much of a cheapskate. Who got the no, there's just some building project stuff going on right now. I got a call, something, the ground's filling up with water, so I don't know if this drain tile thing was done right or if it got crushed, blah blah blah. But it definitely should not be filling up with water because we're trying to dig this line. I'm like, okay, let me call essentially the project manager. So that's what's got me a little worried right now. Overall, this has been a fine stream. I mean, yesterday's stream at this point, oh man. Short or buy before close in AMD earnings? Oh, is AMD earnings today? Is that true? AMD earnings is after hours? And that's actually a good bit of information. AMD earnings. Let's see. Tuesday, May 5th. Okay. So on that note, okay, hopping back into the serious side of things, there's going to be some action after hours. Now, how long does it last? I don't know, but AMD is big enough for the NASDAQ to care about it. So if you're somebody that will still be trading after 4 p.m. Eastern, keep in mind, you could get cooked quite quickly. Now you might get paid, but yeah. So who actually said that? NQ, thank you. As far as what you're asking, I have no idea. Like what you're asking is just a gamble. Like, do you short or do you buy before the earnings? So you're just playing the earnings lottery ticket. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But I don't think I'll be around at that point. Whoa, another little spiky spike. But yes, if you are around, I would expect there to be some jumpiness. Now, I'm not going to say as much as like an Nvidia announces or when there's a Fed announcement. But yeah, AMD is definitely, the market cares. It's breaking 155. Right, yeah, but you never gave us a trade plan, Jay. MSCR. Yeah. Thank you, Willie. I'd say, I don't know, maybe, does the NASDAQ care about MSTR? Maybe SMs. Yeah. AMD is definitely the king driver on that one. Wow. Okay. We just grinding at this point. Okay. Once again, Jay, your trade plan is what we call a trust me, bro. Like you're just telling us, well, trust me, bro, I got in wherever you did. And maybe that's true, but also to be fair, this is the internet. So like your next trade plan, let us know the numbers ahead of time so that we can cheer you on. I think my Ninja Trader is broken up at stop and I'm long. It's shorting when I'm sure and put in a... I mean, maybe it's broken, Maggie, but there's also the possibility that something else is off that you're not realizing. Short SL. All right, Sparky. I am interested at that yellow line for a pullback, potentially to get long there. But getting long where it is right now, that seems like a bit of a chase to me. And then getting short up there, I mean, this thing is pretty strong. So getting short seems like maybe stepping in front of a freight train a little. I don't know. Freight train's probably a little bit too much of an exaggeration, but made a perfect play for the jump. Just no, not sure how you guys decide entries. Well, we've all got our own little we've all got our own strategies. How about I go long, you go short, winner shares profits? I think, I mean, your mind's in a fair spot, but you got to think people out there do that though, right? Like that, I mean, that's against rules. But you got to wonder, like, can they actually know that? But also, trading is not that easy because it's possible for somebody, it could still be possible for us both to lose. Short if it gets to 198, stop loss. Look at that. Look at Glock. That's what I'm talking about right there. A trade plan with 3 numbers. Notice the lack of paragraphs, the lack of words. He just gave us a trade plan. I assure you, I am trying to help everybody. I am trying to help the lip flappers out. If you're just here to flap your lips and type us multiple paragraphs, I mean, that's not needed around here. You just got to give us 3 numbers. Glock, perfect example. Oh, I know, Skeletor. I know. Dude, just let it go, man. Like, that is like, yeah, that is not, the only reason why I'm thinking about that again is because you just brought it up right here. Like, I'm good, man. I'm good. It is water under the bridge. And the only reason why it probably rubbed me a little bit, it rubbed me wrong a little bit was because it was at the end of yesterday's live stream. And yeah, if you're on yesterday's live stream, you know that at the end I was mentally like, nope, done. I'm out. So yeah. Again, I'm interested in a long if it does want to pull back to that yellow line, but right now, got to be patient to see if it actually wants to pull back to that yellow line. I've been short since 150 because I'm an idiot. Where's your stop at? Or are you just holding and hoping? Oh, there it was. Oh. Oh, man. Today, I don't know. The market has definitely slowed down quite a bit. I mean, there's still money to be made, but maybe we're starting to move into the new norm where it's just kind of, you know, a few points here, a few points there. Does NQ being at all-time highs change anything about how you trade the... Yeah, it does. Some people, and maybe I'm wrong here, but like over the years, some people make such a huge deal. We're at all-time highs. We're at all-time highs. I don't put a whole lot into that. Again, maybe I should. Maybe I could become a better trader by putting more emphasis on the fact that we're at all-time highs. But like I'll consider that. But I swear, some people, like when that's the case, that's all they talk about. So yeah, I don't put a whole lot of emphasis on it. Yeah, for that reason too. Neil says we've been there for like 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, a price can stay up at all-time highs for quite a while. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's like some people with volume profile. I use volume profile. It's right over here. But some people, I mean, and I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong. Maybe I should put more emphasis on volume profile. But I swear, some people are like do or die volume profile. They have it tattooed on their forehead. They are all in just volume profile. Again, rookie numbers, you just totally wasted your time doing that. So once again, hang around new people. How did you waste your time doing that? I said you need to understand there are two types of stops, hard stops and mental stops. Given you are new, you probably don't even know the difference of those two things. So like you proved nothing by doing that. But the mere fact that you wanted to go back and like, I don't know what, are you having a bad day? Are you upset? Like you literally just peed into the wind. Just because there's not a stop on your screen, aka a hard stop, does not mean in my mind, aka a mental stop, I know what's going on in terms of where I got to cut it. Yes, like everything else, there are trade-offs between hard stops and mental stops. But just because you don't see a stop on your screen does not mean I'm not using a stop. That's why I tried to help you out and prevented you from going back and completely wasting your time collecting those statistics. So thank you. You just did some statistics on when I'm using a hard stop versus when I'm using a mental stop. I'm really enjoying volume profile. I actually came around it because we talked about it on your chart. Yeah, reward. Yeah, like I said, it's some people. I think. I mean, I get the impression that they're like they think it's a holy grail and this, and this, and it's kind of like the orb strategy. Some people show up and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do the orb," and it's like the most basic. It's like, yeah, the orb I can see being part of like a larger strategy, but like just the orb, no. If only it were that easy. Same with volume profile. Like, if volume profile is factored into, like, several other things, fine. But I swear, some people are like, nope, all I look at is volume. Like, it's like, okay, I think trading is a little bit easier. Or, I'm sorry, I think trading is a little bit more in-depth than that. What's the best advice? I mean, it's only 2 accounts. Like, that's nothing. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like in the prop firm space, 2 accounts is like that. Okay. I don't know. It's impossible to answer that because we would need way more details. But just at face value, broadly speaking, like it's 2 account. Like that's nothing. 2 accounts is nothing. As I've shown before, back in the days when I used my own cash and lost $4,500 in a single trade, and then you do the math, and that's like, wow, in the equivalent of 1 trade, I cooked 45 prop accounts. It's like, okay, well, 2 is kind of like nothing. Yeah, no, Soup. Again, like I said, trading does not need to be rocket science, but it does need to be a little bit more in depth than the 15-minute orb as is. Like I really wish it would like I would cry tears of joy if trading was this easy. Let's do the 15-minute orb. Let's wait 15 minutes, map out the high, map out the low, and then you go long if it breaks that, or you go short if it breaks down. Like, can you imagine if that's all it took to be consistently profitable? Again, tears of joy would stream down my face. Agreed, Old Wolf. Like, again, I'm not saying there's zero value to it, but I'm saying there needs to be other layers to your strategy than just that. Unfortunately, trading is not that straightforward. That's my point, though, Bob. So, in other words, you don't trade the 15-minute orb. You use the 15-minute orb within a broader strategy, but you're not trading the 15-minute orb. Maybe I'm nitpicking a little bit, but like if you were to just go up to people and say, I trade the 15-minute orb, then what I mapped out, that's what they think you mean. But that's not what you mean, right? Because props to you, you have other confluences. Exactly. That's my point. So I think, again, I'm nitpicking Bob. probably the most accurate way for you to say that would be I use the 15-minute orb within a broader strategy. Maybe a short here. Maybe a short. Because I could get myself a nice tight little risk profile. See, I want to see that white. At least let it see it bump its head on the white line. Hey, KRT. What was that? Okay, I turned my back to read KRT's message and then I missed another spike. Have you took any trades today? Yes, Jay. I'm still waiting for your next trade, Jay. Still waiting for that trade plan, buddy. Well, there's the benefit of waiting for confirmation. I was thinking short, and I was very wrong to think short there. With that said, the one smart thing I did, though, was say, okay, let's wait for some sort of confirmation. Let's see it do this. And because I decided for that, it just saved me from what would have been a losing trade. Well, hey, thank you, KRT. I appreciate you using code Clay, feeding some hungry children. You are a good man. For those ORB rats. Oh, goodness. ORB rats. We love the O. They're not rats. They are suckers. Meaning, if you think trading is as easy as just the 15-minute ORB and that's it, no other confluences, nothing else, then yeah, you're not really a rat. You're just, you'd probably also be looking to buy oceanfront property in Nebraska. Hey, nice job, Scary Drawdown. Good job, buddy. Well, there's nothing. I don't have any problem with people trading Asia, because Asia. I mean, I traded Asia because for me, my time, that's like 8, 9 o'clock after the kids are in bed. So it's. But I mean, being up simply with the only reason to trade at like 2 or 3 a.m. or 1 a.m. It's like, dude, that's unhealthy, brother. That's an unhealthy relationship. I hate trading. Yeah, I don't trade Asia a lot. I mean, most times I'm not even around, but if the news headlines are flying, then yeah, I'll peek around, see if there's anything going on during the Asia session, but I've never once traded London, and I have zero. Did I mention zero desire to ever trade London? Okay. Keeps on grinding. Yeah, Scary Drawdown. Yep. I think a lot of us go through that phase. We're trying to find an indicator. We're trying to discover something. We're trying to, I don't know, maybe buy an indicator. Yeah, at the end of the day, indicators, if you peel back the math, they're just focused on price and volume. For sure, price. Maybe not necessarily always volume, but price. Which is why I just love myself a candlestick. I'm going to try a short here. Put my stop up overhead. Hopefully it doesn't snap against me, but if it does, I'm risking about 4.5 points. With slippage, let's call it about 7 points. So I'll just factor in maybe some slippage. So 7 points I'm risking, I can do that. I am so old when I wake up. I look at my entry pointer adjustment. Clay, what's your strategy? The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Actually, no. All right. We talked about this earlier. My strategy is the tenderloin strategy. I just listen to my loins. Listen to your loins when they're calling for you, Bob Bob. So yeah, I use the tenderloin strategy. I just listen to my loins. And my loins are telling me right now to get short there with a stop at the green line. That's what my tender loins are saying. My alarm even says order filled. It's going up. All right, Jay, you are on the verge of just getting banned, okay? Yeah, you're right. It already went up. Good job. Watch, I can do that too. It's going to go up. Oh, it just went up a tick. Did you see it go up a tick? Yeah, I'm right. I told you so. Watch this. It's going to go down. Oh, it just went down a tick. I told you so. I'm right. Again, looking to get short at the red line. Stop is at the green. I'm listening to my loins. Well, good, Reagan. Reagan's dad. Good to have you. Glad you're entertained. All right, if that red line turns blue, I'm in. I was close. Close. No! Yeah. Do I leave it out there? Oh, you dirty rat. All right. You dirty rat. Oh, that would have been a nice, yeah. My stop would be at least break even. Bummer. Maybe I can write a country song about loins. There's already a song that exists. Listen to your loins when they're calling for you. I don't know where I'm going except to... Yeah, I forget the lyric there. Okay, block you, whatever you say. Listen, Jay, just stop talking like an idiot. How do I find talking like an idiot? Talking like you know something's going to happen in an environment where nobody knows what's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. Instead of saying it's going to go up, just say, I think it's going to go up. It shows a little bit of intellectual humility. Hey, thank you, Top 40. I'm not sure that's how it goes. What are you talking about? Listen to your loins when they're telling you to. I don't know if I should go long or go short, but what I do know is you better listen to your loins before the closing bell. What are you talking about? That's definitely how it goes. Like, there's zero doubt in my mind that's how that song goes. I heard one idiot once tell me, Clay, it's called Listen to Your Heart. What an idiot. Listen to your heart. What kind of stupid lyric is that? Of course your dog started howling. That's a good sounding song. No, Crusher, you're not listening to your loins. You're listening to your colon. I said your loins. Thank you, Maggie. It is angelic. Hi, Clay. I do not trade MNQ. Just pass by for the fun. You're the man. Well, hey, what do you trade, Bastabora? Bastibora? Jay, you can give us a trade plan right now or you are banned. You say go long. That does not mean anything. Where do we go long and where's our stop and where's the target? Can you give us those three numbers? If you can't, I'm banning you right now because you're confirmed total troll or just a total clown. One of the two. Fine. You told us to go long right now. Where? Where do we go long? At what price? And then where do we put our stop? And then where's our target? I'm going to go ahead and call it right now. We do not see three numbers from Jay. We see just a bunch of words and nonsense. That I'm going to call it right now. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I'm calling my shot. The Great Bambino. Who's that? What did he say? The Sultan of SWAT? The Colossus of Clout? The King of Crash? If you don't know this movie that I'm quoting right now, shame on you. Dang, Jay told us to go long and it's just going down right now. It's crazy. Yes, Sandlot. Sandlot. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe. I know you kids like him extra sloppy. Where did you enter? Nowhere. If I was in a trade right now, one of these numbers down here would be moving around. Teddy's over here just full porting. Dang, Jay. Are you going to apologize to Teddy? You just cost him an account, Jay. Are you going to tell Teddy? Are you going to apologize? Dang, I'm leaving. Exactly. Isn't that amazing how the three numbers works? Isn't that amazing? That's how you discover a clown real quick. Just ask him for those three numbers. Three numbers mean accountability. Means you can't flap your lips like Jay. What? You want three numbers from me? I'm leaving. Wait, I can't just say stuff? I'm leaving. You're a jerk. So yeah, I was on this Clay Trader stream guy. He was a jerk to me. Why? Well, because I just showed up and I just said random things like go long. And then he asked me, where do I go long? And then I was like, well, wait, what? I actually have to give a number? Well, I don't know that. And then he asked me to give him a stop loss too. What's that? What a jerk. Yeah, that guy's a jerk. Oh, credit spread. Okay, so you're up the totem pole of more advanced type of things, Reagan's dad. But yeah, glad to have you here. I'm still here. Yeah, you're still here without a trade plan. You're not winning. No, you think any of us believe you? We definitely don't. I mean, it's hard to believe a trust me bro trade plan, but trusting a trust me bro trade plan from you, Jay, yeah, sorry, brother. None of us believe you. How'd all your shorts go? I mean, I'm green. I love how Jay, like literally 7 messages ago, is telling us how he's kind of new. He's trying to figure stuff out. And now he's sitting here talking trash like he's got it all figured out. Where's your 3 numbers? I mean, they're on the screen, you dent. Do you not understand the distinction that like when I trade, like you see everything right before your very own eyes? Are you really trying to put my trading and your trading, presentation-wise, in the same category? You saying rent? No, I didn't say pork loins, you filthy liar. I said tenderloins. You little liar. You're a liar. I can't believe you said pork loins. It's tenderloins. You dented, filthy liar. This J dude, I think he has the personality of a rock. Like, in fact, this right here, I think may have a bigger personality than Jay. Right here. Good one. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's right. Now, I wonder if he's that guy. Are you the same guy in the clay turret videos, but with the beard? No, that's my cousin Cletus. Can I short? Well, I don't know. Can you? Jay, your tears taste delicious. Those tears, they taste like butterscotch, Jay. Jay. Ooh, that one just tastes like caramel. Dude, how old of videos are you watching, brother? I probably did that video. Out of curiosity, what is the date on that video? Holy smokes. I'm going to guess that video was done in 2015. Well, I mean, I've been around for a while. Which would be like, man, you look older. Well, yeah, I mean, fair. That's fair. I did start the YouTube channel. Well, I mean, I started YouTube back. The Clay Trader site and the Clay Trader YouTube channel started in 2013. So, yeah, I mean, that was 13 years ago. Time flies. It's going up, pork boy. Jay, you're so angry, and it's hilarious. You literally have a sense of humor. Like, anyways, you might not be American. I think what your problem is English is not your first language, which is why you don't understand that the way you're talking as if there's a guarantee. And now you're like, you're taking some of the stuff like very, yeah. So maybe I should back off a little bit. Because I do need to, that's something I told I need to work on, and I need to remind myself that not everybody that speaks English is their first language, which is a cool thing about the live streams is people can show up from anywhere in the world. But like, I need to remember that because like some people may be talking in a way that makes them seem a certain way, but they literally, they don't get it because English is not their first language. So I think that might be Jay. I don't think I don't think he's from America. No, it's not still available. Newbie, interesting session. It's been an interesting session. So Jay, I should probably apologize. Maybe I'm being too tough on you because English is not your first language. So if that is the case, sorry about that. Do you still do paper trading, or are you all set? No, I don't do paper trading or anything. Nope. Hi, I'm new. Any tips for learning when to enter and exit? Yeah, good question, but that's not really a question that could be answered in just like a couple sentences. That you basically just asked, like, how do I become a consistent trader? Like, I mean, that's kind of the equivalent of going up to like a professional video game player and like, so how do I know what buttons to press? Like, again, good question. To go up to a video gamer and be like, hey, what buttons do I need to press? I mean, that's not wrong question, but like, there's definitely multiple layers to that. I just want to find something to learn with. Yeah, well, there's a lot of platforms out there that now just have built-in paper traders to them. I offer a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel. I always hear you say you are entering as soon as the light turns blue. What are you... no, I'm saying as soon as the line turns blue. My wife does say I mumble, though. So I can see how you maybe think I'm saying the light. But I'm actually saying the line. So, for example, if I was going to buy down here, I would be saying, if that green line turns turns blue, then I've been filled. Mr. Short, uh-oh. Yeah, I'd be a little scared getting short down around here. 5 minute looks kind of interesting though. Had the move up. Now the fake breakout coming back down. Trend is still upwards, but we'll see if we get a deeper pullback here. So much for revisiting the overnight high. Where is the overnight high? Oh, wow. That's way down there? Yeah. Then again, Brian, we say that, watch it, like revisit it now in like 2 candles. All it takes is a tweet, and we might be revisiting it in just a few seconds. Hey, Clay, yesterday I profited $700 waiting for you to be pro. Good job. Congrats, FCI. Fantastic. That is awesome. Well done. Well, hey, if you want to help support the stream, this is totally viewer supported, so if you want to help support it, keep it ad-free. Code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I use, I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the business, and whether you're a beginner or experienced, I do think that they are a great place to have as part of your empire building. But on that note, if you are empire building because you're experienced and you're looking to trade multiple accounts across multiple firms, and you do enjoy this stream, then here are some other prop firms that I do have a code with. And again, whatever the current promotions are at any of these prop firms, Code CLAY will give you that current discount. So you're getting multiple wins. You're winning by saving money. You're winning by supporting a stream that you want to continue. So yes, if you do want to help support the stream, Code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good on your way out. If you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. If you're not yet a subscriber, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll be back tomorrow at the very latest, 11 a.m. Eastern. I say that because usually I'm here early. So if you want to know exactly when I go live, then that is where turning on the notification bell will help you out in that regard. But overall, wow, night and day. Yes, like almost 24 hours ago at this point, I was just, if you were here for the end of that live stream, not having it. But that's why trading, you got to just keep yourself alive. Some days are all about survival. And as long as you can survive, then yeah, these days happen too. So overall, very good live stream. good solid trades. And hopefully we can keep the streak going. So thank you everybody for being here. Again, code Clay, all caps, one of these prop firms. Hit that like button. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. Have a good one, and I'll see you back tomorrow.